Welcome to Bay St. Louis, home of the Rock-A-Chaws, Charlie Pavlis, and glad to have our main man back, Rick Crawford.
How you doing, Coach? Good to see you. Ready for some St. Martin Yellow Jacket football here in Bay St. Louis, Mississippi.
Before we get started on football, real quick, again, your son got married.
He did.
Tell us.
Right, we had a good time up in Greenville, South Carolina.
You got to treat yourself to one of those type of trips.
Absolutely.
Well, we come over here, Rick. We come to Bay St. Louis, St. Stanislaus, 2-1, coming off our first loss of the season there to an unbelievably talented Crestview team. Thought we played really well. I know you were underneath us down there in the booth. Give me your thoughts on last game.
Oh, yeah, they were great. Let's just be real. St. Martin played really well. Crestview played really well. It could have went either way. We had the field goal attempt to tie it up at the end. We just came short. I think if it's possible at this point in the season in high school football, that was a good loss.
Yep.
Because we know we can compete now, and we know that we have an opportunity to learn against some really quality opponent, and let's see what we learned this week.
Well, the number one question coming into tonight, and if you watched the broadcast last week, obviously Ham McGee went down.
Right.
He is okay. It's a deep groin bruise. If you watched it, it was scary. You know, it looked like maybe he broke something. I mean, he threw his helmet down. He was upset. He went to the emergency room, and Coach Whitehead and I, the assistant coaches, were already there. Coach Whitehead scooped me up. We're on the way to the hospital, and they were already releasing him. So, you know.
Well, and Coach, let's talk about the reaction of our home fans last week. From my view in the press box, I saw visible tears, and that shows what kind of community that we have, that we care about each other and we care about Ham as a person. But absolutely wonderful news that it's not a more serious injury, but it looks like he's going to be sitting out tonight.
So we're going to be, again, we're continue to pray for him. Ham's here. He's out there in street clothes, and now we're by no means a one-man show. We're talking about, his little brother, Jay McGee, steps up, and he's going to get the start at running back, and obviously Million is a threat, and Elijah Washington is a deep threat. Whether he's sweeping around or going for a pass, we're going to pause right here for the national anthem.
All right, Coach.
All right, back
I'm going to let the fans know real quick that their volume's not messed up on their device or their television. We're in this beautiful press box over here at St. Stanislaus High School, and we don't have the crowd noise mic. So you're going to hear us, and your volume's going to be a little bit different, but we're in a luxury suite, and we're having a good time, Coach.
We're VIP, like we hit the jackpot, and they upgraded us there. But again, what we're going on to, Jay McGee, Million, Elijah Washington, but a name you're going to see tonight, we saw him a little bit in the Forest Hill game, Jaron Sanford. Okay, Jaron Sanford is going to get some reps tonight. Jaron's wearing number 12, sophomore. And so he's going to get his opportunity tonight.
Well, that's going to be a good opportunity for him, Coach. The old next man up rule applies, and it's a perfect time to get him some experience before we enter region play in 2 weeks as the Rock-A-Chaws are entering the field.
Well, when we talk about Stanislaus, they predominantly in previous years pass. I mean, you had Dylan Favre coming here. Obviously went to Mississippi State, and you've got Miles
Brennan, who's
LSU.
now at LSU.
So, I mean, some prolific passers out there. Now, although they do pass the football, their main weapon so far has been the running back, Delvin Henry. Talk a little bit about him and his stats.
Well, he's going to be number 10 tonight for the Rock-A-Chaws, wearing black. He's got 40 carries on the season, 336 yards on the season, and 8.4 yards per carry. He's going to jump out at us. So the Yellow Jacket defense is going to have their hands full with that ball carrier.
So almost a first down every time he touches it. So again, we got our hands full. It's not going to be your prototypical Stanislaus come back and sling it 50, 60 times and.
Well, that's what we're used to seeing in this series again when we were playing against Dylan Farr a few years back, and of course Miles Brennan's elite passer. And it's good to see that the Rock-A-Chaws are adapting. They're always a good ball club. They always compete well, and they expect a win in 4A football.
As we ready for the kickoff right here.
All right, Jackets back to receive, wearing white on white tonight, Coach.
We have some good-looking uniforms. Coach Whitehead does a good job picking these things out, and I'm excited. It is a little different here being in the booth. hearing the echoes without the crowd right there. And Elijah Washington's going to field it at the 5. And let's see what he can do. He's got a seam. He don't need a lot of room. He's got a seam on the outside. Don't tackle him, Micaiah. About the 38-yard line. Ricky, own guys out there.
Elijah Washington doing what Elijah does, Coach. The good kick return. And Chaz Pilot with the nice block that gave him the original crease.
All right, here we go. Man, we got air conditioning and everything.
We settling in, Coach. This is big time.
Big time. Maybe I don't know if we got a waiter coming in here in a minute, but.
All right, Jacket football, 1st and 10 at the Rock-A-Chaws 41. Great way to start the game.
That's your phone there. Again, we're going to go ahead and get this Facebook Live started up. And over 200 views last week. Man, it was a great. Hold on to that ball, Jay. Wasn't sure we were going to be able to get 200 viewers being at home, and but we did, and thought we had a lot of great comments out there, and we talked about it.
We had a good carry there on 1st down, 2nd down 5.
Ask them if the volume, if you can respond.
Fans, if you can, just let us know if the volume, we're trying to get it adjusted. If you think the volume's too low, we're trying to get it.
Bear on the jet sweep there, Coach, starting off. Read nicely by number 27 of the Rock-A-Chaws. Well,
we talked about it. We haven't seen a ton of speed sweeps with the subtraction of Ham McGee, who's going to pound it. Expect to see a few more speed sweeps coming out again. Micaiah Bear and Elijah Washington.
3rd and 9.
Got a penalty right here on the play.
Coach, I'm going to give a shout out to my mother who's turned in tonight from Huntsville, Alabama.
There we go.
And my cousin Penny is watching from the Atlanta coast of North Carolina.
Oh, man, I'll tell you what, last week we had somebody from Arizona, a yellow jacket from, I believe it was 1971 to 74. Miss Bristow says, the volume sounds good to me. All right, thank you. Thank you, Miss Bristow.
5. I'm hearing a buzz. I don't know where that is.
That's out there. They got a horn coming out there to give to Jay McGee right up the left sideline. Johnny Iraquazo with the block.
Jay just short of the 1st down, Coach, so it's going to be a decision for Coach Whitehead.
They're going to move it. They're going to move it. They're going to move the chains.
They called it. My bad. Late call by the Whitecap. We'll take it. A yellow jacket.
First down. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, all you fans tuning in tonight, stay tuned for a special event. We're going to ask for some fan participation in just a little bit. So go ahead and share this as much as possible, and let's get as many Jacket fans on here as possible.
Andrew Wynn to the 5.
Got
Did
the
he get
edge.
in there? Ooh, the referee, if he'd have moved out the way, we might have scored that. I apologize. I was looking down at the stat sheet, making sure I was calling out the right guy. But Andrew Wynn on the speed sweep, and by far his biggest game of the year.
Well blocked play, well run play, well executed play. Andrew Wynn got the sideline, just didn't quite get the pylon, be 1st and goal.
First run of the year, not bad. Not bad, about 45-yard average now, Rick. Look, you get right here, and I talked about it last week. We get inside the 5. I sure do like the snap to Ham McGee, but he's not out there. So let's see what we go with.
Well, the backfield coach is 15, Jay McGee, and
Elijah's back there. Yep, we're going to
7, Elijah Washington.
We're going to slap that thing to Jay McGee, and he's going to follow his blockers. He only needs one.
Snap, walks in untouched. Touchdown, Jackets.
Yes, sir. Rick, other than the first 2 plays where they jumped in the backfield, it doesn't take long for us to get on the scoreboard. One big run by Andrew Wynn, and then Jay McGee takes it in from the 1-yard line. But I love that. I love that formation. I love snapping it right to the running back. We'll lead block when you need only 2-3 yards, and 9:43 left in the first quarter. There's a penalty on the play.
Sideline infraction for the Rock-A-Chaws. Yes, and that's the call. There'd be a sideline warning. They got the lines painted, but the coaches get excited and like to get out there.
Oh, there's another penalty.
Well, so
Well,
they calling it
only-
twice.
There's only so far you can move it from the 2.5-yard line. If you're going to get a personal foul, the best place to get it is on the 2.5-yard line.
I think Whitecaps trying to emphasize that they're not going to mess around with that tonight. So
Well, look, Stanislaus coming in 0-2. We're gonna bring the look.
Jackets bringing offense in now.
Hey, let's
It's
not be
spotted at
fancy
the
either.
one.
Let's not be fancy. Let's run the same play to Jay McGee and let him punch it in for 2.
Powered in would be nice. We'll take it as long as they cross the goal line here. So Jackets going for 2 after their opening drive touchdown.
Again, going to be about the 1.5-yard line, and I hope we see the same play. Sometimes we get fancy. You know what I mean? Sometimes we get fancy. And let's see what we have here. We'll snap it to Million. Million's going to follow Jay McGee with a beautiful
Untouched.
block. Beautiful
Untouched.
block. 2-point conversion. That's our first of the
All right, Jackets lead 8-0.
first of
early
the
in
season right there, huh?
9:43 remaining in the first quarter.
And I know I had some people talking to me. Again, we're not 100% watching. You know, we can look down on our phone and, you know, we see some of the comments and the score. And some people have asked us about the first quarter. I think sometimes they said maybe we're in the fourth quarter and it still reads third quarter sometimes. So we're gonna try to be on top of that this week, and we try our best to again say the score and time.
Well, we got a little bit better setup than we
Yeah.
had the last 2 away games for sure.
We've been in the rain. We've
So
been battling the rain, and
I feel like ESPN up here.
Only thing
tonight.
we're
having
battling-
a good time over here in the Rock-A-Chaws home side.
Bear with us, you know.
well, we got Hunter up there. He's the one-man gang right there, but he does a great job. Again, we've heard nothing but positive comments coming about how crystal clear it looks, and but we got one man. He's filming. He's working the signs, the commercials, and we appreciate WGED. We appreciate all our sponsors, and we're ready for the kickoff here. Wetzel been doing a good job putting it in the end zone. They're gonna field it about the 5, and that's their guy.
That's 10, Coach Delvin Henry. He's going to be all everything for the Rock-A-Chaws. It looks like he advanced the ball to the 29, where St. Stanislaus will take over 1st and 10. I'd like to remind all of our fans at the start of the second quarter, we got some great news. We're going to have some fan interaction. So share this with everyone you can if you're not at the stadium tonight, because you're going to get an opportunity to direct something that's going on with Yellow Jacket football at the start of the second quarter.
Going to be 1st down and 10. In the pistol. They're going to take to the air. Left-handed quarterback right outside of number 1. Host the Yellow Jackets, Rico Moore, and
Kevin Ferguson, 24, the first head coach. Jackets playing that 3-stack defense. Some folks call it a 3-5. It works well against the run and the pass. But I guess Stanislaus, seeing their numbers, saw how much they've been running, decided to open up a little bit on 1st down.
well, 10 returned to kickoff, so it looks like he just got a little blow, and he's back out there now. Again, Stanislaus, always good-looking receiver core. And first time we've seen this formation, 2 tight ends. They're in the pistol. They're going to pitch that thing out to 10.
His power sweep to the right side, and Henry just followed his blockers, gets enough for a Rock-A-Chaw 1st down. The safety, D. Ingram, stepped up for the Jackets to make that tackle.
Again, Devin Henry, number 10, 336 yards in 2 games. Not bad. Not bad at all. All right, 3rd down and about 1.5. Again, trip set to the left. Again, in that pistol formation with the fullback set to the right with a hand on him. This is something we've talked about. He cuts back. There'll be a penalty on the play. 2 penalties. When you get penalties, I tell you what, that was a pretty athletic move
Henry
to
is
stay
an
up.
excellent athlete, the way to cut that back. I know Coach Whitehead mentioned that in the coach's corner this week. 55, Kobe Evans had a hand on his ankle, but he stepped right out of that one. Fortunately for the Yellow Jackets, there's 2 flags on the play.
Well, things that if you're taking from last game, and obviously we didn't have a whole week of practice. We're dealing with the hurricane issues. They practiced Monday, practiced Thursday, which Stanislaus, the same thing. But things to correct from last week. Obviously, some penalties put us in some holes that, ultimately we'd attribute the penalties to costing us the game. We played well enough, and we kind of shot ourselves in the foot a little bit. And Crestview made some unbelievable catches, but, we've got to get better on the perimeter.
Well, notice tonight, Coach number 78, Brandon Cunningham, is playing a little double duty at nose tackle. He also is a starter at right tackle.
Well, Norday White normally starting there, and I don't know if we've even seen Norday out there yet. But we had a few offsides, and, the snap they're going to reel out here to number 11. Wide open. Kenny Williams coming. Blocking the back there. No flag. Oh, yeah, there's a flag. There's a flag. He can run all he wants to.
11 got a big play there on that.
Big block in the back.
Simple throw. Kevin Ferguson got pressure. The quarterback got rid of the ball, but there's penalty flags everywhere.
That was an easy call right there.
I'd like to talk to our fans real quick, Coach, while they're bringing this back. I see some comments on our Facebook live feed about getting on the big screen. If you load the Facebook app onto a Fire Stick or your Apple TV or have a device that can mirror or even hook your computer to the HDMI port, then there you are. You're on television.
That's what I've got. Awesome. I've got at the house. I've got a little hookup you can buy from Walmart. It was about $20. And, plugs into the iPhone and it plugs into an HDMI cord. That's where I watch a lot of film when I go home. I'll just plug it up.
But any fans watching on their computer or iPhone or their phone or their tablet, we're glad you're with us. Go ahead and share. Get more folks on here. At the start of the second quarter, we're going to include the fans in some of tonight's broadcast. 7:17 remaining in the first.
Coach Robin Sykes joining in. 69 viewers. 7:17 left in the first quarter. 8-0 St. Martin. Going to be third and long. He drops back. Beautiful ball. Shazim had a chance.
Hawked down from behind by Easton Wynn of the Yellow Jackets, saving a touchdown. Right now, Coach, the Rock-A-Chaws are ready to play, and St. Martin looks a little rusty. Perhaps that lack of practice because of Tropical Storm Gordon is affecting the Jackets' D tonight.
Well, we're talking about, again, what I mentioned a minute ago, defending the pass. Those are the pass. We haven't given up a lot of balls on the outside shoulder. A lot of the balls have been coming through the middle of our defense, and whether it's an underthrown ball and guys are coming back or, that wasn't a real slant, but, throw it to the inside, and they're making plays on the inside. So, Stanislaus going to pitch it again to Henry. He's hit immediately for about a 3-yard gain. Going to bring up second down and goal from the 3.
Kenny Williams adding to that tackle total on the season. Looks like the down box is off. It says 4, but it should be second, right? Second down goal from the 4-yard line.
Kenny Williams coming into the game, 36 tackles, Rick. 36, Rico Moore in second.
That's 12 tackles a game, Coach.
That's all right there. When you get 18 one game, it helps you average. All right, second down here. Let's see if the Jackets can hold. They're going to get that thing to Henry again. We get a hand on it, but that's all we get. It's going to be a Stanislaus Rock-A-Chaws touchdown.
Kevin Ferguson with pressure into the backfield, but a hand is not going to bring Mr. Henry down for the Rock-A-Chaws. He is an excellent running back.
We'll see if the Rock-A-Chaws go for 2 or they're going to kick that extra point. They got some, again. Nope, kicker's coming out now, so it looks like they're going to go for 1. The kick is up. It's good. 6:02 left in the first quarter. 8-7 St. Martin. Charlie Pavlis, Rick Crawford. Be right back after a word from our sponsors.
Are you planning on building a new home? Or does your home need remodeling or repairs? No matter the size of the project, Hires Construction has the capability to build high-quality properties from start to finish, while controlling the cost, quality, and timing. So for your next project, choose Hires Construction. Higher quality, higher standards. Hires Construction, family owned and operated since 2010.
For all your construction needs, give us a call at Hires Construction.
If you're thinking about selling your house or buying a new home, please give me a call. The highest compliment I can receive is a referral from a satisfied customer.
Melanie Adams would like to wish the St. Martin Yellow Jackets the best of luck this football season. Go Jackets!
It's another hot summer.
Welcome back to Bay St. Louis. St. Stanislaus scored a touchdown, 8-7 St. Martin, 6:02 left in the first quarter. Well, if we can just duplicate our first possession offensively, we're going to be fine here.
Rock-A-Chaws set to kick. Back deep for the Jackets is 7, Elijah Washington.
Makai Abear, they're going to split. The little pooch kick right here is going to go out of bounds, so it's going to be at about the 35-yard line. Look, when you've got, well, that should be a personal foul on Stanislaus. Let's see if they throw the flag.
Well, the flag is going to be a illegal procedure, kick out of bounds. The Yellow Jackets going to get the ball 1st and 10 at their own 35. That's a high school football rule, and it's a safe play by them. Elijah Washington burned them once. They don't want to do it again. In high school football, if they got a kicker that can put it consistently in the end zone, they go for it. But a lot of times you'll see coaches call for that little pooch kick out of bounds.
Well, if you can't kick it in the end zone, and you're talking about you're kicking to people that can take it to the house, you know, to the fans watching, it may not be the best move kicking it out of bounds, but you know, you're a defensive.
Well, it aggravates the fans of the team that does that, but you're not dealing with NFL.
Sometimes that's the best.
NCAA players. Right now, we're at a timeout on the field, official timeout for heat in the month of September. State of Mississippi law is they take a timeout halfway through each quarter. So we had Yellow Jacket football 1st and 10, ball's at the 35. Big time in there, man. We got lights and all kinds of stuff. All right, Millie.
Brandon Cunningham. Let's make sure that, you know, Brandon Cunningham took some snaps on defense, and let's see how his conditioning is. With only 2 days of practice this week. 1st and 10 from the 35. Twin set. Million's gonna take it back. Got him in the middle to Elijah. Just a bit out of his reach. Million, look, he didn't look quite sure what he wanted to do with it at first. I think he was going to throw that swing pass out there to Jay, and it wasn't there, and just kind of came to Elijah there at the last second.
Well, he had options. Elijah sat down a little curl route underneath the zone. Ball wasn't perfect, but it was catchable. Just a missed ball. 2nd down 10.
Getting twin set right here. Jay McGee to the right. Gonna bring Elijah in motion. Gonna hand to Elijah, following Jay McGee. Again, trying to find a seam. Elijah Washington got the edge out to about the 48-yard line. Looks like it's gonna be a Yellow Jacket.
1st down.
Yes,
no flag on the play. Move those chains. I'd like to remind our fans that are just now tuning in, we're in the luxury press box here at St. Stanislaus, so we don't have a microphone on the stadium, so it's going to sound a little awkward for you, but we're going to have a good time calling this game. Thanks for joining us tonight. Share with all your friends. See how many viewers we can get live tonight.
All right, again, 1st down, twin set, Jay McGee to the right. Makai in motion. We're going to take a shot right here to Marquez Gillespie. He's open. Woo!
Just overthrew him. 9 was open on a go route. The young man they call Spider, coach, he was wide open there, and Million just overthrew him.
But I tell you what, he got by him. Okay, and Marquez, you know, unfortunately, he's yet to pull one in this year. So it's good to see that Coach Whitehead and staff and T.J. Wyndham are trusting in him. And look, if you can get by somebody 5-6 yards on a straight sprint, you know, it shouldn't be the last time we go to you. Twin set. Again, Jay McGee in the backfield. Nick Ross coming in motion now. Gonna get that thing to Jay McGee on the left side there. Nick Ross out there trying to throw a block.
Good feed by Jay on that run, a sweep on the left side, gains a few on the play. Bring up a Yellow Jacket 2nd down.
Giving a shout out to our line, you know, Ethan Anderson. You know, number 7-2 at center, Dustin Lucky left guard, Johnny Iroquois left tackle, right guard Devin Washington, right tackle Brandon Cunningham. Get our starters out there, wide receiver Marquez Gillespie. To the near side of you, Nick Ross. On the opposite side, Elijah Washington and Micaiah Abear in the slot.
And that's Yellow Jacket offense.
Yes, sir. Gonna roll out right here, and let's see where he goes. Great. Woo, it's up for grabs. Come back and get it. I tell you what, that was what they call a 50-50 ball, and neither team comes down with it.
Well, good pressure laid by Leon Negrado of the Rock-A-Chaws. Didn't allow Milian to set his feet. I believe if he could have set his feet, we'd had a completion there. Brings up a 3rd down and 7.
We had a penalty on the far side of the field there. A lot of penalties here early, Rick. A lot of penalties.
Well, maybe both teams a little sloppy from lack of practice this week. Ineligible man downfield. Looks like that's going to be declined. The Whitecap not real animated. Let's see what he's got going.
Be 3rd down and 6. Oh, 4th down.
Yeah, that's a decline penalty. Ineligible receiver
4th down and
downfield.
6.
4th down.
The Jackets come out, and again setting up our special teams here. Long snapper number 2, Nick Ross, with Jerry Wetzel back to kick. And we do have our freshman Gabe Showalter is dressed out tonight just for emergency purposes. He's our 9th grade kicker.
And you got Trace Rhodes back there for the Rock-A-Chaws.
Woo! Big stick. Great. Set up a great wall. We got to make a tackle here, get him out of bounds. Stanislaus with a great wall, run back through it, and a few great blocks for the Rock-A-Chaws.
And that was Rhodes with the return. Rock-A-Chaws going to take over with great field position.
I need to save my Ric Flairs for the Yellow Jackets, but you know we got blindsided there.
It would be fair to everybody. If people make a big play, they make a big play.
We did have somebody ask last week who was Ric Flair. So.
Well, right now the St. Stanislaus Rock-A-Chaws are a classy 4A ball club. They play up to competition. They've always played us close the last 7 or 8 years. So we get us a ball game, Coach.
He trips right. 4:22 left in the first quarter. The snap. He's going to swing it out there to number 1. 3, 4, 5 Yellow Jackets. Last guy coming in, Jace Franklin.
Easton Wynn with the wrap
And
up there,
there's a
Coach,
penalty.
and a late laundry coming in. But Easton Wynn with a nice wrap up from that dog position on the other side. In this 3-stack defense, or some folks call it a 3-5, the dogs act like hybrid safety linebackers. And for the Yellow Jackets, that's number 30, Easton Wynn, and number 24, Kevin Ferguson.
Coach Broussard in the defense, they allow them to move up, and again, they're faking, they're stunting, and that movement. Personal foul on the Jackets. Either a little late hit or a little talking. Look, this game's always animated, Rick. It's always been close. The past 4 or 5 times we played them, it's been a one-score. It's been a one-score game, and you know their offense has been so potent that and ours was. It's been really, really good. The guy that had the ball the last obviously has the best chance to win, but hopefully we can.
Well, after the 15-yard personal foul, the Rock-A-Chaws have the ball on the Yellow Jacket 44 with a first down.
They're in that formation again right here, where again he's in the pistol.
More flags on the play. What do we have this time?
You would think it would be a false start, but yep, like false start. They're a little anxious to
Dead
get
ball.
in there.
False start, offense. Back them up 5, remains first down.
1st and 15 is much better than 1st and 10 for us.
3:42 remains in the first. If you're joining us late, the Rock-A-Chaws trail the Yellow Jackets 8-7.
That false start again. This wide receiver out here had a false start. once again, we'll point out the crowd. Great crowd, traveling. Anytime you go on the road, there's a lot of things to do on Friday night, Rick, especially down in the Mississippi Gulf Coast. And we appreciate those fans that made about the 45-minute trip.
Man, we got a good crowd over on the other side.
Well, this is obviously going to be, Stanislaus. They have a lot of kids dormed up here. They live here, and you're talking about a community that loves their
And
sports.
we're right behind their student section.
Yeah, I don't know if they can see it. I don't think they can on the screen there. But the only thing we got to deal with, we ain't got any. We don't have weather or gnats or anything, but we've got about 100 Rock-A-Chaws, 150 Rock-A-Chaws students.
All right, there's a timeout on the field, Coach. Rock-A-Chaw timeout after the back-to-back false start penalties.
All right, going to be 2:56 left in the first quarter. St. Martin 8, St. Stanislaus 7. We'll be right back after a word from our sponsor.
We have the solution, only available at Solar Control. We have the highest heat-reducing window film on the market. Introducing 3M Crystalline, which will reject 97% of the infrared heat, keeping you and your family cool and comfortable year-round. Crystalline blocks 99.9% of damaging UV rays. It also comes with a 3M nationwide lifetime warranty. Call us today for a free estimate. Solar Control, family-owned and operated for over 40 years. Solar Control, your only local authorized 3M dealer.
Welcome back to St. Stanislaus. 2:56 left in the first quarter. 8-7 St. Martin. Ricky, we go trips left.
Rock-A-Chaw football 1st and 20 at their own 46.
Now, they burned us last time with 11, and Rick, I don't know nobody coming in motion with them. They're going to look out here, look for 11. They're going to look deep. 1, 2 tackles, he evaded. He's got 11 deep. If we can get the pressure on it, Kenny Williams, he ain't going to get away from Kenny Williams. First guy to him, Rico Moore, first guy to him, he eluded him, and Kenny comes up. When Kenny comes, sometimes it's best to just go ahead and go down.
Well, the thing is, with that pressure, Greer was not able to set his feet. He's running for his life, even though he broke a couple tackles, like you said, number 44.
Ran about 30 yards.
Wrapped him up.
He ran about 30 yards and went nowhere.
So a big sack on the play by Kenny Williams brings up second and a country mile.
Yeah, we want to welcome Coach Perkins and Trey Barlow, last two, to join up and watch. We hope you enjoyed the broadcast. Stanislaus backs up. Again, over the middle. If we've given up, we haven't given a lot of passes up, Rick, over the outside shoulder. We got a bad hit right here, I think.
Well, Greer find his receiver number 2, Taylor LaFontaine, on the slant route. Get some of that yardage back, and there's a flag on the play.
All right, folks. While they tend to this Rock-A-Chaw, we're going to take a commercial break. 2:01 left in the first quarter. We'll be right back after a word from our sponsor.
Mark Maples is the experienced candidate to serve as Chancery Judge for Jackson, George, and Greene County. Vote Maples on Tuesday, November 6th. Mark would like to wish the Yellow Jackets the best of luck this football season. Paid for by the committee to elect Mark Maples.
Save Right Pharmacy is your friendly neighborhood pharmacy that has proudly been serving the St. Martin community since 2001. Stop and Save Right and receive personal attention from an educated and friendly staff. Save Right isn't just a pharmacy. They have gifts, healthcare items, cards, and much more. They also have bill pay, money orders, and a free blood pressure machine. Save Right's convenient drive-thru makes getting your prescriptions easy. And don't forget, you can drop off prescriptions before or after hours. So for all your pharmaceutical needs and more, remember, save time, save money, save right.
At ProduCare, we understand that peace of mind is everything. We give families the opportunity to remain safe and independent in their own homes while receiving the elder care they need. We're available for you and your family 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Hi, I'm Jamie Wynn with Prada Home Care. We are pleased to provide our services to individuals along the Gulf Coast and surrounding communities. Give us a call today.
Prada Home Care. Call today for a free consultation. 228-355-9971. Mark Maples is the experienced candidate to serve as Chancery Judge for Jackson, George, and Greene County. Vote Maples on...
All right, welcome back. Number 2, Taylor LaFontaine did walk off the field in his own power. Henry coming up. Big stick, D. Ingram.
Another flag on the play, Coach.
And I look down at the stat sheet again to get the correct number, and I look up and I see another Long.
We had a
little piece of
targeting
laundry.
play, a call on the Yellow Jackets, which gave up 10 yards. Then we got another flag back here at the
And it looked like
28.
It looked like a Stanislaus kid pulled up with his hands up here. Let's see what we got. Personal foul. St. Stanislaus.
Offense. And that's going to be a 15-yarder against the Rock-A-Chaws. Going to back them up 15. And it should be fourth down because that was dead ball penalty after the play was over.
It was second down, but it was second down and 11 there. They on that penalty on our targeting. I can't believe that's not.
All right, so it's third down.
Which I
We
can't
have all
believe
these
targeting.
penalties. I can't keep up. We've had penalties every single play for like the last 8 plays in a row. It seems.
You would think a targeting penalty would be
Well, in
automatic.
NCAA, they review it. In high school, they have a chance to review it. So, remember in high school, they're giving people a chance to learn, and unless you're intentionally aggressive, they're not going to throw you out of the game.
And Joe Lewis is checked in at nose guard, number 96 on the screen there, tying his shoes. It'll be trips right for the Rock-A-Chaws. Again, they're going to back up. They're going to throw this thing. We got them rolling out.
Excellent pressure right there by Rico Moore from the linebacker position. And then we got another late flag, and I believe it's going to be grounding. It is against the Rock-A-Chaws.
We got number 40, Dylan Hughes, out there thinking the penalty's on him, and he's unaware that it was a Rock-A-Chaw penalty.
Well, Coach Bruce, I dial up the pressure from the linebacker position again, which is taking the quarterback Greer off the spot, and that series for the Rock-A-Chaws not too successful.
1:19 left in the first quarter. Now both teams have got to score. Both teams have got to stop. So now ultimately we got to see if they're going to kick to Elijah Washington. And I suspect a whole lot of kick out of bounds during the season when number 7's back there to receive it, Rick. I don't know what you think about it, but he's so dangerous, and it's fourth down. And
well, I hope they kick to him.
Well, I hope they do, but I got a feeling they're going to toss a little kick here out of bounds the best they can. He's going to have a chance.
Good punt.
Whether or not on purpose or not, he had to come down to a knee. His knee was on the ground, but they don't blow the whistle. Elijah's up. He hits the left side. He's got a seam, and another flag. Goodness gracious. A block that doesn't need to be made. Elijah's going to take it back 75 yards for a touchdown, and it's going to be called back.
Called back, and then you got another late flag over on the near sideline. It looks like that's going to be against the Rock-A-Chaw coaching staff.
There's 3 flags down on the
penalties
field.
all over the place. What would have been negating would have been an excellent punt return for a touchdown.
And Hunter, can we go back? I know you just did it. Can we go back and okay. I think.
Well, let's sort this out, Coach. I don't know what in the world the officials are going to call on this.
Well, too often when you get blocked, anytime you change, if you're running right and you change directions and come back the opposite way, especially in high school football, you get a lot of blocking the backs. And I'd say 7, 8, 9 times out of 10, it's not needed. It's somebody somebody's got a good angle and they come try to make a hit, and where the guy doesn't even have a chance to make a play. And
well, a lot of time that's where a young player's emotions get ahead of their maturity and their ability to make a play.
They see a chance to make a highlight. And
so, look, they're going to call that from the spot of the foul. And then we got a personal foul against the Rock-A-Chaws. It looks like, I guess I am trying to be funny. The Whitecap's doing calisthenics out there. I don't know what's going on. He's got hands going everywhere. They're walking the field both directions. I can't keep up with all of it.
Well,
bottom line,
it's 1st and 10 from the 30.
The punt return for the touchdown negated. The Yellow Jackets got the football. It's 1st and 10 at the 30, and can both of these teams start playing clean football so we can have a good time?
Well, like I said, it's not an excuse, but obviously both teams are struggling, let's just say, from lack of practice this week.
Yeah, Tropical Storm Gordon obviously affected both teams.
Twin set, Jay McGee to the right. Gonna hand that thing to Jay McGee right up the middle, dragging the pile, riding right behind Ethan Anderson and Dustin Lucky. We're about a 6-yard gain.
Jay McGee, 215 pounds. He put on about 25 of those pounds this summer, all muscle mass. Just get behind your big hog mollies and run it straight ahead. 2nd down 5.
The hard count's been good for us all season. Stanislaus stayed home that time. 2nd 5, see if we dial up. We're going to get that thing to Jay McGee again. He's got some room. 1-2. Rock-A-Chaws hit him. I was hoping one hit him, the other one hit him to stabilize him so he can keep on running. But a hard run from Jay McGee, and about time for Million to pull it. You know, he hadn't pulled it one time. Going to be the end of the first quarter. 8-7 St. Martin. Charlie Pavlis.
Rick Crawford live from Bay St. Louis, Mississippi.
Be right back after a word from our sponsor.
Many of the decisions made by Chancery judges affect our most precious assets, our families. You need the confidence knowing your judge has the knowledge and compassion to make those tough decisions. Stacy Zorn is Chancery Court trained and ready. Let Stacy Zorn put her education and experience to work for you.
Hi, I'm Stacy Zorn, and I'm running for Chancery Court Judge, Seat 3, serving Jackson, George, and Greene counties. I'm asking for your vote on November 6th.
Remember, check the Z!
Hi, Troy Ross here with the Jackson County Board of Supervisors. I want to take this opportunity to wish the St. Martin Yellow Jackets the best of luck this football season. Go Jackets!
All right, welcome back. 3rd down and about 4 here, Rick.
Starting the 2nd quarter, Jackets lead 8-7.
Momentum. Neither team really has any, and looking to gain some here. Again, Twin said here. Again, perfect time, like I said. Man, they read it perfectly. We said it before the break. Perfect time for Million to pull, but they either blitzed, we didn't block, or something.
Well, on the read option coach, he can't predetermine what he's doing. He's got to read the play, and it's a difficult play for an option quarterback to make. And if he predetermines what he's going to do, you end up into the play just like that. He probably should have gave the ball away again.
We're going to go 4th down, and Jared Wetzel, number 16, back, low snap. Good kick, going to be able to catch it on the 1-2, perfect. Bounce out of bounds at the 37-yard line. Going to stay with you right here.
Let's talk about what we're excited about, Coach. Here at the start of the 2nd quarter, it's time for Yellow Jackets to participate in what we got going. The Finish Line Performance Karting in Biloxi, Mississippi is sponsoring the Finish Line Performer of the Month. Performer of the month of August. We're going to let our fans vote on our Facebook Live broadcast through the rest of tonight's game. And after this play right here, Coach, I'm going to give the 5 nominees for the Finish Line Performer of the Month.
And we're talking about 4 games, not just 1. He drops back. He throws outside. Going to be a little bit over the head. But, yeah, again. So
good coverage by Easton Wynn there. But the Finish Line Performer of the Month is for the 3 games in August. And the nominees were nominated by head coach Eddie Wayne Whitehead, and the sponsor has decided they want to let the fans decide who wins the Finish Line Performer of the Month. So our nominees, and I'll keep announcing these throughout the rest of tonight's game, and we're going to take votes from your comments on the Facebook Live.
All right, twin set. Again, Stanislaus in the pistol, 11 in motion. Yes, we had opportunity. Kevin Ferguson had his hands on it.
Excellent coverage in that zone defense. Kevin Ferguson broke on the ball and got the pass breakup. Here's our nominees for August Finish Line Performer of the Month. Middle linebacker, Kenny Williams. Outside linebacker,
let me say this as you do that. Again, Kenny Williams.
Let's do it again. Let me go through the list, Coach, and we'll highlight each one throughout the night. How's that? Kenny Williams, outside linebacker, Rico Moore, number 25. Corner, number 5, Franchot Cannon. Ham McGee, running back, number 1. And Elijah Washington, all-purpose man, number 7. And the Yellow Jackets with great pressure and a sack there.
I'm not sure.
55, Kobe Evans.
I'm not sure if he lost the ball or just kind of it was going to be a delay. It looks like he lost the ball and his running back came up with it and ultimately prevented a fumble. But
it'll go in the stat book as a sack for Kobe Evans.
Kobe Evans, and we don't have a ton of sacks. If there's one stat that we don't have a lot of this year, it's sack. That's only going to be our 13th sack on the season. Kobe Evans is going to be his, 2.5 because you get half sacks. So that's his.
And so all you fans tuning in now, you can go ahead and start voting by making a comment with the name of the player that you want to vote for the Finish Line Performer of the month of August. All right, we got another penalty, Coach. Personal foul against the Jackets.
Still going to be 4th down.
It's going to be 4th and 5.
Now, I ain't going to lie, that call got me there with 2 hands behind the back. The bottom line is going to be 4th down. And if I'm Stanislaus, again, anytime you get in these situations right here, that hard count, we got votes coming in right now.
That's awesome.
1, 2 for Ham, 1 Elijah, 1 for Rico.
I'm tallying them as they come in. We're going to continue this through the start of the 4th quarter. So you got the next 2 quarters, and you can share with your friends and get those vote in.
All right, the snap. Anytime we get a punt, there's an opportunity for electricity. Let's get away from it. Let's get away from it. Elijah didn't have a good angle on that ball.
Looks like he lost it in the lights, but that's okay. He was at the 10-yard line, let the ball bounce. Good punt for the Rock-A-Chaws, so the Jackets will take over 1st and 10 at their own 10. Now, I'm trained habit tonight now is to look the field for laundry. No flag on that play.
I think that we might need to tally that, how many plays we get without the laundry tonight. 10:15 left in the 2nd quarter, 8-7 St. Martin. The Yellow Jackets are going to take over at the 10-yard line. It looks like we're starting out in the trip set. Trips right. Ham McGee on the left, Emilion over here, Nick
That's
Ross
Jay,
behind.
Coach. Ham's
Oh, I'm
out
sorry.
tonight.
I'm sorry. Jay McGee. We'll hand that thing to Jay McGee, bouncing outside where most of the runs come. Jay McGee cuts back, spins. 3, 4, 5, 6 Rock-A-Chaws to bring him down. Going to be about a 7-yard gain on the carry. 10:02 left in the 2nd quarter.
All right, the votes are coming in for the Finish Line Performer of the Month. The nominees, again, Coach, are Kenny Williams, Rico Moore, Franchise Cannon, Ham McGee, and Elijah Washington. And we're going to start putting out some stats on each of these players as time permits. And yes, we know y'all love Million, but he was not a candidate for the month of August.
Not this month. Again, give to Jay McGee up the middle again. Going to be a Yellow Jacket.
1st down as long as there's no laundry on the play. And there's not. We got a clean football going on. Jackets driving. Jay McGee just following that big right tackle.
Now, if you're watching, and again, you can chime in, viewers at home. Our meshes haven't looked great when we're talking about the reads between Million, Graham, and our running backs. And I had an opportunity to talk with Ham yesterday, and we were talking about it a little bit. And Elijah Washington breaking around the outside spun, go down. And I told him last year, we went through a host of quarterbacks, and Landon Pankinen, who's, again, dealing with, he's going to have surgery on his shoulder, but Landon did such a great job of getting the ball in there.
And he did, but if you recall, Coach, at this time of the year last year, there was still some struggles. And I would say tonight the option, Million's doing a good job, but you got a different back in there now as your primary back. And the mesh between Million and Jay is a little different than with Ham.
Jay McGee bouncing, running hard.
Good run off the left tackle right there. There's plenty of running room, and Jay's got another Yellow Jacket.
1st down. Johnny Iroquois with the great block on the left side. But what we talked about, and Million is a home run hitter. He can take that ball and score one play. Not taking anything away from Landon Pankinen, but Landon Pankinen understood get that ball to Ham, get that ball to get Ham, and then pull. Where we talked, I said, listen, every time Million touches that ball, he's a threat to take it to the house, and I think that that might be some of the issues Million's trying to read. He believes in himself so much. Going to give it again. Jay McGee running hard, but anytime that a playmaker touches the football, they want to make plays.
Good run by 5th block right there by Dustin Lucky,
left guard.
giving Jay the room to get 5 yards on that play.
Jay's running hard. Look, last year there were times that maybe he didn't take care of the football the way we needed him to, and it cost him some reps. He's coming out now, and here's the first opportunity, number 12, Jaron Sanford, the sophomore. Again, he's a guy I talked about. I got that beautiful trophy in my office when he played Little League for me. Football.
Well, and this is a response to what happened with Ham being out tonight. You're getting some extra playing time. So we got a timeout on the field, charge timeout to the Yellow Jackets.
7:15 left in the second quarter. Going to stay with you right here, but like I said,
Coach,
Jaron,
let's talk about these nominees since we're staying here. What's the stat line on Kenny Williams?
Kenny Williams, again, linebacker. Kenny, 36 tackles coming into the game.
In 3 games of the month of August.
3 games, 12 tackle average. Our next guy is Rico Moore. Rico Moore is our second leading tackler with 24. So you're looking at 8 tackles a game.
And then what about Franchot?
Franchot Cannon, not a ton of tackles for Franchot. He has 3 tackles, but he does have,
let's talk about 5.
2 interceptions. Yes, 2 interceptions.
Got 2 INTs, and Franchot, even though those receivers were all world last week at Crestview, Franchot couldn't have covered them any better.
No.
They just came up with catches. It was amazing.
We've done a good job covering. We haven't done a great job, taking our head, turning it inside, maybe batting balls down. Now, with that being said, Crestview had some unbelievable receivers. Tylertown, guys are making plays, and we've ultimately got to come up with some plays for ourselves. All right, let's see if we go to the sophomore right here. We're going to give it to Elijah this time. Elijah got room, bounces, spinning.
Big Brandon Cunningham pulling from the right tackle all the way in the left side sweep. That's why Mississippi State Bulldogs want him on their team next year. Elijah moving the sticks, first down Jackets.
It looks like.
Hey, Coach, I want to give a shout out to former St. Martin quarterback T.J. Hay, class of 2007, I believe.
Coach
Thanks
Hay,
for joining us, Coach.
Man, I was very fortunate. I got to coach T.J. Hay from the age of 9 to about the age of 17, and in basketball, woo!
Andrew Wynn showing some burst,
yes,
Coach.
But T.J. again, one of our, one of the great student athletes we've had. He went to Mississippi State on an academic scholarship and finished there. He's now working out at Chevron and comes back and helps us in the summer a little bit and just stays around the program, but always watching. So big shout out to TJ. And
thanks for joining, TJ. Don't forget to vote for the Finish Line Performer of the Month.
And Gary Alexander as well, one of our top referees on the coast, tuning in, must have the night off. Gonna give that thing to Elijah again. He spins. Probably should have kept it right there. Probably a loss of 1.
All right, brings up second down 11. The D line for the Rock-A-Chaws just got a good push on that play.
Elijah
so
a little
what kind
slow.
of stats did Ham put up in August, Coach?
Well, Ham obviously rushing the football, 235 yards rushing, 3 touchdowns, receiving 2 receptions, 30, and unfortunately last week one of those receptions is the one he got injured on. So again, you're looking at Ham McGee, 255 yards, 3 touchdowns coming out the backfield.
And our last Finish Line Performer of the Month nominee is Elijah Washington.
Elijah Washington, 111 yards rushing, 1 touchdown. Elijah Washington, 83 yards receiving, all purpose though. That's kind of where he is. Elijah's our our do-it-all athlete.
Kick returner, punt returner, all over the field.
394 yards on the season, averaging 131 yards per game, all purpose when you're talking about taking, punt returns. And, he's taking punt returns back for touchdowns. It was an 82-yarder, I think, from Tylertown. He took that kickoff and took it to the house. So,
all right, Coach, returning after the second quarter heat timeout, 6 minutes remaining in the second. Jackets still lead 8-7.
Twin set here we go. Hard snap. The hard count, excuse me. No flags. Jay McGee back there. Well, Jaron got in for a second, called timeout, and they gave him a breather. Jay McGee is tackled immediately in the backfield. Now, we don't do a whole lot of play-action pass, but I tell you what, they are sending the house. Be a great time if we could connect with little play-action pass.
There's a little zone run on the right side. The whole offensive line was just veering to the right, and then the defensive end there, number 94 for the Rock-A-Chaws, got in on the stop. And I can't see
Lighting
that
issues
number.
in
I'm losing my light here.
94, Nate
McCormick.
McCormick.
So it's 3rd down 11.
All right, trip set right here. Nick Ross on the near sideline. Look for Jay McGee to come across the face. They're going to throw the backwards pass. Jay McGee still up. Good block there. No penalty should be coming. Jay McGee coming to the sideline. Pushed out of bounds for a gain of about 2. Ran about 60 yards and got 2. Tough running from Jay McGee. Great job not giving up on the play. Looks like we're going to bring out the field goal unit.
4th down for the Jackets. Ball spotted at the 26, so that would make this a 43-yard field goal attempt for Mr. Wetzel.
Again, going to point out our number 2, Nick Ross, long snapper. Chaz Pilot, number 10, Holden, and number 16, Jared Wetzel. It's good. It's down. Tough hold. Looks like it's going to be a little short. Chaz did a great job getting the ball down, but it probably interrupted Wetzel's footwork right there.
So Jackets just short on that field goal attempt from 43, which is a big kick for a high school kicker. He's making those in practice, but I agree with you. The hold was just off by a millisecond, which can disrupt the rhythm. So it'll be Rock-A-Chaw football, 1st and 10 at their own 20. And fans, anyone joining us late, we're taking votes for the Finish Line Performer of the month of August. And our nominees are Kenny Williams, Rico Moore, Franchise Cannon, Ham McGee, and Elijah Washington. If you want to participate, just put the name in the comments of who you voting on.
Henry busts through the middle again for about a 10-yard gain here. Again, 4:33 left in the second quarter, 8-7 St. Martin. Thank you for joining us. 101 viewers. Last week we were up to about 220, Rick. Again, like WGUD's Facebook page and share so we can't get these viewers up here.
Look like Chaz Pilot with the stop, but again, Henry gets ahead of steam for the Rock-A-Chaws, and he's going to burn up the yardage, so it's 2nd down 1 for St. Stanislaus.
Now 11, they went to him early, Rick, and if you're talking about taking a shot at the end zone, 2nd down and 2 with a running back like Henry. Great time right here.
Play action.
They're going to drop back and confused on the routes. You had 1 and 11 both running the same route out here.
Well, it looked like a little smash concept. 11 pulled up, and then 1 was supposed to go the deep post, but Greer, the quarterback, overthrew him.
Coach Hackney on here don't have a Facebook, so he's just jacked his girlfriend's profile to tune in. Coach Hackney, again, Rick, I didn't know if you had a chance to go back and look, but, man, I tell you what, did a great job filling in, first time on the job. I feel lucky, man. I'm surrounded by greatness every time I get in the booth.
We need greatness on this defensive play right here.
3rd down and 2. They're going to hand that thing to Henry. Bounces outside. Going to have enough for a 1st down. A little laundry in the backfield, and if it's that deep, it's normally a hold.
D. Ingram steps up to get the tackle at 40. Holding against the Rock-A-Chaws. You're right, Coach. That'll be 10 yards from the spot of the foul and remain 3rd down. So both teams here in the late second quarter seem to be settling down. The penalties are decreasing, but both teams look very rusty in the first quarter, and I'm going to attribute that to Tropical Storm Gordon and lack of practice this week.
3:39 left in the second quarter. Again, Stanislaus kicked off to us. We had the ball first, so they're gonna get it in the second half. So, if you're Stanislaus right here, you'd love to get something and hold us. And obviously, if you're the Jackets, if we can hold here in 3rd and long, get a stop and put some more points on the board to make this a 2-score game. That's what Coach White is looking for. Twin set on the near side over here. They're just gonna send him deep. Break in there, D. Ingram, and the host of Yellow Jackets, Franchise Cannon, coming into the last second to knock it down. those are the passes we've been giving up, Rick, so great job.
Well, it was excellent defense right there. The Jackets went into a cover 3, Coach, which is 3 deep zones, which allowed Franchot to break late on the ball while it was in the air, and his closing speed broke up that pass. Excellent defense by the Jackets.
Well, if you're talking about foot speed, you can put Franchot Cannon against anybody on the Mississippi Gulf Coast, and he can run with the best of them. 3:10 left in the second quarter, 8-7.
Bear back to return the punt now.
Micaiah, somebody asked for their nephew, and by God, Coach Whitehead heard him and put him out there. Standing at about the 47-yard line. Chaz almost, he might have got a finger on it. Going to bounce out of bounds at about the 46-yard line, 8-7. St. Martin, 3:01 left in the second quarter. Looking at the money man over here, Hunter, we staying or are we going?
We're
All right,
staying,
looks like
Coach.
we're staying. Hunter said.
This is going to be a great possession right here, an opportunity for the Yellow Jackets. We got the ball in great field position at the Rock-A-Chaws 45.
All right, I see
Andrew Wynn checking in for the Jackets. He's had some quality plays tonight.
probably has 60 yards rushing on the night, on two touches, so an average of 30. I wouldn't be surprised to see a speed sweep right here.
Number 6, Wynn in the slot.
And I wouldn't be totally shocked to see the speed sweep to Micaiah at one point. We're going to drop back. We're going to go deep. We got him. Micaiah. Caught. Micaiah Hebert with the great catch, running stride for stride with Marquez Gillespie. Marquez had the best coverage on him. I wasn't sure where they were going, but the sure-handed Micaiah Hebert.
Well, Coach dialed up the double go route, but Coach, we forgot to look back, and there's a yellow flag on the field at the 45, going to negate that excellent St. Martin play again.
Both teams, hopefully they run out of bullets because they are shooting themselves in the foot. Go inside the locker room, change cleats, and see what they can get. 2:51 left in the second quarter. But both teams, that's going to be the point of emphasis, I would imagine, going into the locker room for both coaches.
All right, so it's going to be a holding 10 yards from the spot of the foul. It's going to back the Jackets up past midfield, 1st and long.
Obviously, Micaiah made that long run here. Let's see what we go. Twin set, Jay McGee on the left. False start. Had the tunnel screen coming back to Nick Ross. Flag's already up. Nick Ross is still up. Nick Ross has got room.
Take it to the house.
Penalty or no penalty. Hopefully this is going to give Nick Ross some confidence.
2 flags down now, Coach, in 2 separate places, and that was a well-planned, well-executed screen, depending on what these penalties are.
Now, by no means does Nick Ross look like Caleb Reddix, but he sure is wearing number 2, and that was the old play they run for Caleb, and they run that for Caleb Clark, that tunnel screen, and come across the field, and they throw it to one sideline, and he ended up scoring on the other side of the field. But
well, I know the Jackets have to be very frustrated because there's a block in the back declined, then a false start is going to be called, so that's going to back them up 5, remain 1st down. But that's 3 huge plays that would have resulted in points.
Nick
that
Ross
have been called back because of penalties.
Nick Ross obviously taking a breather right there, and Shazim Williams, number 17, checking in to the near side of the field. Again, twin set. Let's see if we go to the air again or we hand that ball off. We're going to hand that thing to Jay McGee. No, Elijah Washington with the spin. Big Brandon Cunningham out there with a pancake block. Still up, Elijah. Back to the original line. That was a lot of dancing.
Good run by 7 there. Good blocking downfield by the linemen, as well as the receivers getting out front at the second level.
2:18 left in the second quarter. And great run. Brandon looks a little tired, but great blocking 10, 15 yards down the field. First of all, handoff to Elijah. Penetration coming up the middle. Great spin. Bounce it out. And once again, we have electric guys that touch the football.
All right, 2 minutes left in the half. Clock ticking. 2nd down 9.
Twin set right here. Jay McGee on the left. I'm hearing the whistle blowing. Again, it's hard in the booth here. It looks like we're going to have a timeout.
Timeout,
St. Martin. Again, 1:49 left in the second quarter. 8-7 St. Martin. Charlie Pavlis.
Rick Crawford.
Be right back after a word from our sponsor.
Hi, I'm Jennifer Sequel Harris. I'm a candidate for County Court Place 1 Youth Court in Jackson County. I've been a resident of Jackson County since 1995 and have practiced law here since 2001. I have served as a guardian ad litem for abused and neglected children in both youth court and chancery court. I have also served as a privately retained attorney, a juvenile defender, and an indigent parent attorney in Hancock, Harrison, and Jackson counties. With my knowledge and experience, I believe that I am qualified to serve the families of Jackson County, bringing new ideas to assist our families in crisis in a fair and impartial manner. Please vote November the 6th for me as your next youth court judge.
Welcome back to St. Stanislaus. Second down and 9, 1:49 left in the second quarter. Micaiah Hebert and no, the reverse. Blown up from the beginning. Andrew Wynn, who's had a lot of luck running the football.
Number 6, Leon Negrado for the Rock-A-Chaws, got penetration on that, and he slowed the reverse down, which ended up basically making a good defense for the Rock-A-Chaws. It's 1:25 left in the half.
Now Stanislaus takes a timeout again, looking to get the ball back. It's third down and 20. So, you know, Rock-A-Chaws playing the clock here. Again, just trying to get the ball back. Again, they got guys that can break it as well.
Well, Coach, again, it gets frustrating when you come out, you stop them, you get the ball back with great field position, you make a couple big, huge plays, one which would have went for a touchdown. The first one went to the 2-yard line, and they get called back with penalties. So what that does, it allows your defense to settle down. And now your offense with these penalties is now scrambling, and you're at third and long.
Well, again, we're going to come out here again, 1:25 left, trips left. And let's see if Elijah's on the field.
You got Shazeem Williams at the near wideout with
we got Jay in the
number
backfield.
6 Wynn, Micaiah Hebert in the double slot.
Well, obviously Stanislaus going to be ready for something deep. They got, they're cover 2 back here, 5-6 yards off the line. But we're going to look for that inside screen to Jay McGee with a great catch with a lineman there. Jay McGee bowling people over. Jay McGee still up, still running. St. Martin.
First down.
Yes, sir. I'll tell you what.
Huge heart, 15, Jay McGee, no quit award nominee right there, Coach. The 215-pounder said he's not coming down till we move the sticks.
Big 71 for, I'll let you try that name. That's a tough one. 1:07 left, the clock running. Crossing route for the Jackets. Hold on to that ball, Million. Hold on to that ball. He's got one hand out there. Looks like we got bumped up on a crossing route out here.
Shaw's coming in for a sack on that play. That's their defensive end, number 94, Nate McCormick.
Second down. Breathe. I think we've got time. 47 going to fake it. Throw that tunnel screen to, is that Marquez with his first catch of the season? Let's take a look here. Hard to catch from this angle.
That is 9, the young man they
Marquez,
call Spider is what they call him.
36 seconds left in the second quarter. Third down. Shouldn't be any rush. Ball was out of bounds. We got one out. They're looking for Marquez deep. Going to go to the crossing route right there. Micaiah Hebert not even really have a shot at it.
Million trying to hit Hebert at the delay go route. The Rock-A-Chaws in a prevent defense. You're not going to be able to take the top off of them, I don't believe.
28 seconds left in the half. 8-7 St. Martin,
Fourth down.
Which has been not the prettiest half of football. And
Coach going to try for the field goal here. Ball's going to be spotted the 41. This will be a 51-yard attempt for Mr. Wetzel.
If I'm St. Stanislaus, I'm thinking fake. I don't know about you, but there we go. 5 yards right there. I mean, we just missed a 46-yarder a minute ago?
No, they didn't call that a penalty, Coach. They called timeout to St. Martin. It looked like the Rock-A-Chaws jumped.
Oh, my goodness.
But St. Martin had called timeout right before that. So again, fans who are tuned in, let's remind you that we're voting on the Finish Line Performer of the Month. Finish Line Performance Karting in Biloxi is sponsoring our Performers of the Month for the month of August. Nominees by the coaching staff that you can vote on the winner is middle linebacker Kenny Williams, number 44, number 25, outside linebacker Rico Moore, number 5, corner Franchot Cannon, number 1, running back Ham McGee, and number 7, Mr. All-Purpose Elijah Washington.
Now, Rick,
if you haven't voted yet, get your votes in.
Now we're looking 4th down, 27 seconds. We don't have to score a touchdown. Again, you get a first down, the chains move. So, if we can get something, we can get a first down and get back down on the ball. Trips left.
There you go, Coach.
And I was going to drop back.
He's got time.
He's going to go to single coverage out here, one-on-one.
Nice breakup by the prevent defense for the Rock-A-Chaws.
All right, now is where coaching comes in. You got 17 seconds left for St. Stanislaus. Do they take a knee, go in safe, or do they take a chance at a play with a possibility in every high school football coach's nightmare? You're thinking you want to make a play and you end up making a mistake and it costs you, a pick six, a fumble, or.
Well, you've already seen the Jackets show a cover 3 look earlier, and I think you're just going to see a prevent cover 3. And they already have the dogs back and the free safety back.
Yeah, they're going to take a knee right here, unless they hit him with the old Dan Marino. That's going to be the knee. 15 seconds
14,
left and counting.
13. There we go.
Going to bring us to the half. Again, 8-7 St. Martin. Charlie Pavlis, Rick Crawford be right back after a word from our sponsor.
Are you planning on building a new home? Or does your home need remodeling or repairs? No matter the size of the project, Hires Construction has the capability to build high-quality properties from start to finish, while controlling the cost, quality, and timing. So for your next project, choose Hires Construction. Higher quality, higher standards. Hires Construction, family owned and operated since 2010.
For all your construction needs, give us a call at Hires Construction.
If you're thinking about selling your house or buying a new home, please give me a call. The highest compliment I can receive is a referral from a satisfied customer.
Melanie Adams would like to wish the St. Martin Yellow Jackets the best of luck this football season. Go Jackets!
It's another hot summer, but don't sweat it. We have the solution, only available at Solar Control. We have the highest heat-reducing window film on the market. Introducing 3M Crystalline, which will reject 97% of the infrared heat, keeping you and your family cool and comfortable year-round. Crystalline blocks 99.9% of damaging UV rays. It also comes with a 3M nationwide lifetime warranty. Call us today for a free estimate. Solar Control, family-owned and operated for over 40 years. Solar Control, your only local authorized 3M dealer.
Welcome back to St. Stanislaus. Halftime, Rick. 8-7. Thoughts on the half?
I'm smiling. It's
Go ahead and
fun.
say it.
It's fun being out here tonight, but it's been actually an interesting. There, I got my cue from the director there.
There you go.
It's been an interesting half for sure, Coach. The Zebras win. I'll just say it that way. It was sloppy. I don't know if it was Tropical Storm Gordon. Both teams sloppy. There's more penalty yards for each team than I believe offense. I don't have the stats in front of me, but what do you think?
Look, we'll talk about it now, and I don't want to talk about it anymore, but you're talking about probably 2 days of practice, both teams.
Yes.
And there's got to come a point, excuse, whatever we want to call it, but it's sloppy football. You said it. That's not a pretty word. That's not a word we want to use to describe the play of our young men out there, but that's what it is. And, it's blocking the back when it's not needed. Now that's IQ. Right. That doesn't have anything to do with practice. Practice is going to do a conditioning, and we talked about Brandon Cunningham out there throwing blocks 15, 20 yards down the field, and he looks fatigued. He's having to take snaps on defense. Well, there's an, if you want to talk about an excuse or you want to talk about something, that's the effects of 2 days of practice.
Hunkering down for a tropical storm. It's raining all week versus doing your normal school activities and your routines. It disrupts your flow. But I agree with you. The slop, a lot of the penalties were mental, not just physical. And they were calling them both ways, so I don't think there's any
No,
unfair
absolutely.
advantage or anything like that.
Things that's sticking out to me is we have now faced, you're talking about a guy that was averaging, what was
Oh,
the
he's
yards
up
coming
over
in?
8.4 yards a carry. That's Henry for the Rock-A-Chaws.
So you're talking about
number
Henry.
10.
Henry now, last week, the monster number 20 for Crestview. We can stop the run. I mean, we do a good
Right.
job of containing the run. I ain't going to say stop the run. We contain the run. The running game is not beating us. And Stanislaus, who is primarily running the football, I'm not going to say abandoning because they're giving him the ball, but they're throwing it a lot more than they are passing it.
Right, and then what happened is in the second quarter, the Yellow Jackets stack 3 defense. They started bringing the linebackers from different sides of the field, putting pressure on Greer, giving him happy feet. Yeah. He couldn't set his feet, and so the passes come incomplete. So if we have something really positive to say about St. Martin right now, is the defense in the second quarter played lights
Absolutely.
out. They didn't give up anything in the second quarter.
If you could take the penalties away, both sides of the football, there's been big plays. I mean,
Right,
both
right.
teams have had a touchdown called back.
Yes.
So, positive, negative. The positive for me, 2 guys that have not been involved in the offense, whether it's due to dropping balls or balls not coming their way. Number 1, Marquez Gillespie, although it was just a little tunnel screen, 5-yard, little
Right.
hitch right there. He caught a football.
Which is a big deal for a sophomore. He's
absolutely.
been running wide open all year.
Absolutely.
But he hasn't been able to get his mitts on the ball. But tonight he's got a catch, and let's see if that changes his whole outlook for the rest of the night and the season.
And we missed him early. Emilion's been great, but probably about 2 or 3 yards too long. Maybe he catches that in stride, but confidence for a young player. Also, Nick Ross ran that tunnel screen from the near side coming back. Nick Ross had, and if he's caught a ball, it's only been one. I can tell you right here, Nick Ross with 1 reception on the season coming in. But not only does he catch it, he takes it, breaks a tackle, and goes 50, 60 yards for a touchdown, although it's called back.
Right.
But, again, it's confidence in the play call and the guys making the plays that you take away a hold, which probably had nothing to do with.
Well, and actually with Nick's play, the call was a false start.
False start.
So that
They let
had
the play go.
nothing to do with the touchdown. The blocking was clean. His run after the catch was clean, and that's a big play for him. Also, since we're on this subject, what about number 6, Andrew Wynn?
Again, coming in with Andrew, if you look at rushing, 0 touches on the season. Again, hand McGee down. People got to step up. Andrew Wynn's first run takes it 40, 60 yards on 2 carries, probably minus 10 on the
he had
on
most
the
of the
reverse.
offense in the first quarter.
So 50 yards. Andrew Wynn's probably got about 40 to 50 yards rushing. A guy that I promise you St. Stanislaus didn't have on their chalkboard is somebody that they got to cover. And again, we do it every week. All right, your coach, your Stanislaus coach, and again, I ain't got his name right in front of me. What is it right there? I'll let you look.
Well, we'll keep on. We'll get it. Go.
If you're the Stanislaus coach and you're in the locker room down 1 point, 7 to 8, what are you telling the troops?
That's Coach Nathan and Crapera. I'm trying to not to mess up his name. You gave that to me.
Yeah, I'm sorry
if I'm
about
St.
that.
Stanislaus coach, it's halftime. Their coaching staff, they got a couple sideline warnings. They were getting into the ball game too. But I would tell his players, look at the scoreboard. It's 8-7. It's been sloppy. If we tighten up, if I'm Stanislaus Rock-A-Chaws coach, if we tighten up and they don't, as far as the penalties and clean that up, we're going to win this ball game at home. We're going to beat a 6A opponent. We're going to get our first win of the year. Their defense is playing well.
Yeah.
And it's surprising me, actually, because our O-line is much bigger than their D-line. So their defense is shutting down our run game pretty good, and the big plays have been called back. So if I'm their coach, I'm going to tell them, let's clean up the penalties. Offensively, I think I would go back to my game plan, try to use Henry, and then see if we can get the running game going so I can get the pressure off of Greer. When Greer, the Rock-A-Chaws quarterback, gets his feet set, he throws the ball where it needs to go. But the jacket pressure's got him running. So those are the 2 things for the Rock-A-Chaws. They need to clean up the penalties. They need to keep playing solid defense, so 3 actually, and then they need to get the running game going, back to their work back, and trust him. It's only a 1-point game.
Yeah. Again, and they get the ball back to start the second half.
Right.
Coach Whitehead, again, I'll tell you again, you're up 1 point in the locker room. Put your Coach Whitehead hat on.
Well, knowing the Yellow Jackets and knowing all of their coaching staff, right now they're agitated and they're disappointed. They're agitated about all these penalties because they know better. They've seen it cleaned up. They can play ball. They're also disappointed in the offense because of the penalties. If you look at it, we're moving the ball, we're getting things going, but the penalties kill the drives, and the penalties are taking the points off the board. Our defense in the second quarter completely adjusted, and we're shutting them down. We're blitzing when we need to. We're shutting down the run game. So the defense is fine. They just need encouragement. The offense, they got to tighten up. And absolutely, I think I counted 3 personal fouls against us. Yeah. That's got to go. All that after the whistle junk's got to go.
And after big plays, and
absolutely,
positive plays with personal fouls. I mean, normally if you're upset, it should be something goes wrong, but you get a positive and then you get a negative, and then you're back to 0.
Right.
Okay. So again, this is our 3rd road game. We've only had 1
3 out of 4. Yes.
We're undefeated on the road, so the road's been good to us, and we've traveled now. We've traveled 3 hours, 2.5 hours, an hour, 45 minutes, or so this way. And again, the crowd's here cheering them on. Band's out there on the field right now, playing their tunes, pumping up the crowd. So, look, we're in the game. Anytime, we talk about it, in halftime speeches, basketball, you can play bad, and we play, we're gonna say we played bad.
Right.
When you're moving backwards, you're doing some things that aren't good, and you somehow find a way to still be ahead. All right, guys, we've made as many mistakes as we can possibly make, and we're still up 1. Same thing, we put it together. We come out here and hopefully close the game. We've been a second half team, predominantly a third quarter team. So Coach Whitehead and the crew obviously go in there and take care of business like they have, and hopefully we can come back out and get the good start. But where we're at right now, mention it again, our Finish Line Performer of the Month.
Well, yeah, this week we secured our sponsorship with Finish Line Performance Karting over in Biloxi.
And when we say we, I'm going to go ahead and say you. You've done an unbelievable job. Fine. Rick has done an unbelievable job at
we connected with some owners of that business, and they said, yeah, we want to get behind Yellow Jacket football. Let's do the Finish Line Performer of the Month. And so our Performer of the Month nominees for August came from Coach Whitehead. We've got a bunch of voting, and that voting's still open on the broadcast. Just type in the name of the player you want for August Performer of the Month. Those names are Kenny Williams, Rico Moore, Franchot Cannon, Ham McGee, and Elijah Washington. And we'll talk more about that in the 3rd quarter, but our director's telling us.
Going to the Empress Audio halftime show.
Cause girls like you go around with guys like me till sundown. When I come through, I need a girl like you, yeah, yeah. Girls like you love fun and yeah, me do what I want.
Hey guys, we've got to film the halftime show.
Man, we're jamming out here. We're having fun.
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
Let's go. What's going on, everybody? As you can see, these guys are not really on the water. We are actually at Empress Audio in Pascagoula, Mississippi, and I'm here with Mr. Floyd and Austin. How y'all doing, man?
Doing good today.
Good. I just want to start off by saying thank y'all so much for being the sponsors of not only East Central, St. Martin, but also Pascagoula High School football. And we're going to be bringing you an Empress Audio halftime show during each of those games. All right, guys, we're sitting right here. This is a very interesting car. The texture, everything about it. Austin, give us a quick rundown of what we got going on here.
So originally the car was red. We kind of wanted to do a color change to it and kind of show off what we can do on the wrap side. So we wrapped the whole car blue. We did door jambs and everything, and then we also did the hood, the fin, and the trunk in the carbon fiber black.
Man, that is awesome looking. So it's safe to say y'all do wrap jobs.
We're rappers here.
Job. Yeah,
we're rappers. Now, if you get tired of the color of your car, we can change it. If you want to put something on the side of your boat, that's something new at Empress. We started doing this really about 6 months ago. Austin's been to a couple of schools, so we think he knows how to do it. But no, they've been doing a good job. He and my window tinter. Speaking of that, let's go back and look at what they're doing in the shop today.
Yeah, let's go check it out. All right, now we're back here in the shop. Mr. Floyd, talk to us a little bit about the window tinting.
We do a lot of window tinting. We do your regular window tint. We also do your ceramic, which reduces your heat. That's become very popular. It does help a lot, keep your car cooler, protect your interior. Omar is our lead window tinter. He's awesome. This is Amanda. She's in training. She's awesome. And so if you need some window tinting, come see us.
All right, Mr. Floyd, I can't help but notice y'all got a police bike here. What are y'all doing, putting the sound system in here for him?
I wish we were. We actually sell, Harley Davidson is an awesome bike, and we sell the Rockford Fosgate systems for the bikes. And we've started doing a lot of those. They're made specifically, radio, speakers, you know, basically designed for Harleys. But we're not doing that. We're doing some technical work. I'm not really sure what we're doing.
Yeah. What we're adding to them is their body cameras and their dash cameras and everything like that is going to feed into a brain which uploads to the cloud so they can actually have access to all that footage.
That's very interesting. And let's keep
Well,
on going down
I
here.
do want to use this thing on the weekend. Maybe if I put a stereo on there, they'll let me take it for the weekend. You think?
I don't think so.
I don't either.
Guys, this is a fine piece of machinery right here. Tell me about what y'all are doing to it.
We're starting to do a lot of Jeeps, Tim and Hunter, and we love doing Jeeps. This is actually Austin's sale. The guy has some equipment he inherited. He's got some little economy model stereo system, we'll say, but he's fixing to step it up a little bit. And tell him what we're doing, Austin.
All right, so what we're adding to the Jeep is he wanted to do some subs. He wanted it to be kind of somewhat weatherproof on the box. So we went with the Rhino-Line box that is built for these Jeeps to go behind the rear seat. We added in, we're doing the Rockford 8-inch towers. We're doing a JL M1000 watt monoblock amp. We are keeping his 4-channel amp because he plans on in the future selling the towers that he's getting and upgrading to the JL8s and going to a JL amp to run the 8s.
Man, y'all do so much stuff here. I've seen wrapping, tinning, motorcycles, boats, side-by-sides. Y'all do it all. And y'all got 2 locations here and Gulfport.
Correct. And we just recently purchased TNT car stereo in Mobile.
Okay.
So if you live closer to Mobile and you want to go to TNT on Airport Boulevard, they've been there 32 years, good operation, but the guy was ready to sell, we were ready to buy, so now we have a presence in Mobile, Alabama. But we appreciate everybody's business. We definitely support all the high school football teams. You guys have fun and be safe.
All right. Y'all take care.
I just got a new sound system installed. Prepare to be blown away.
You guys going to work today?
Empress Audio, installing car audio since 1975.
Imagine a place of wall-to-wall unique items and collectibles, jewelry, instruments, a place where you can buy a car, sell a car, or get top dollar for gold and silver. You have just crossed over to Third Coast Pawn and Jewelry, 718 Bienville Boulevard in Ocean Springs.
Mark Maples is the experienced candidate to serve as Chancery Judge for Jackson, George, and Greene County. Vote Maples on Tuesday, November 6th. Mark would like to wish the Yellow Jackets the best of luck this football season. Paid for by the committee to elect Mark Maples.
Save Right Pharmacy is your friendly neighborhood pharmacy that has proudly been serving the St. Martin community since 2001. Stop and Save Right and receive personal attention from an educated and friendly staff. Save Right isn't just a pharmacy. They have gifts, healthcare items, cards, and much more. They also have bill pay, money orders, and a free blood pressure machine. Save Right's convenient drive-thru makes getting your prescriptions easy. And don't forget, you can drop off prescriptions before or after hours. So for all your pharmaceutical needs and more, remember, save time, save money, save right.
At ProduCare, we understand that peace of mind is everything. We give families the opportunity to remain safe and independent in their own homes while receiving the elder care they need. We're available for you and your family 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Hi, I'm Jamie Wynn with Prada Home Care. We are pleased to provide our services to individuals along the Gulf Coast and surrounding communities. Give us a call today.
Prada Home Care. Call today for a free consultation, 228-355-9971.
Mark Maples is the experienced candidate to serve as Chancery Judge for Jackson, George, and Greene County. Vote Maples on Tuesday, November 6th. Mark would like to wish the Yellow Jackets the best of luck this football season. Paid for by the committee to elect Mark Maples. Many of the decisions made by Chancery judges affect our most precious assets, our families. You need the confidence knowing your judge has the knowledge and compassion to make those tough decisions. Stacey Zorn is Chancery Court trained and ready. Let Stacey Zorn put her education and experience to work for you.
Hi, I'm Stacey Zorn, and I'm running for Chancery Court Judge, Seat 3, serving Jackson, George, and Greene counties. I'm asking for your vote on November 6th.
Remember, check the Z.
Hi, Troy Ross here with the Jackson County Board of Supervisors. I want to take this opportunity to wish the St. Martin Yellow Jackets the best of luck this football season. Go Jackets!
Hi, I'm Jennifer Sequel Harris. I'm a candidate for County Court Place 1 Youth Court in Jackson County. I've been a resident of Jackson County since 1995 and have practiced law here since 2001. I have served as a guardian ad litem for abused and neglected children in both youth court and chancery court. I have also served as a privately retained attorney, a juvenile defender, and an indigent parent attorney in Hancock, Harrison, and Jackson counties. With my knowledge and experience, I believe that I am qualified to serve the families of Jackson County, bringing new ideas to assist our families in crisis in a fair and impartial manner. Please vote November the 6th for me as your next youth court judge.
Open up with this.
Are you planning on building a new home? Or does your home need remodeling or repairs? No matter the size of the project, Hires Construction has the capability to build high-quality properties from start to finish, while controlling the cost, quality, and timing. So for your next project, choose Hires Construction. Higher quality, higher standards. Hires Construction, family-owned and operated since 2010.
For all your construction needs, give us a call at Hires Construction.
If you're thinking about selling your house or buying a new home, please give me a call. The highest compliment I can receive is a referral from a satisfied customer.
Melanie Adams would like to wish the St. Martin Yellow Jackets the best of luck this football season. Go Jackets!
It's another hot summer, but don't sweat it. We have the solution, only available at Solar Control. We have the highest heat-reducing window film on the market. Introducing 3M Crystalline, which will reject 97% of the infrared heat, keeping you and your family cool and comfortable year-round. Crystalline blocks 99.9% of damaging UV rays. It also comes with a 3M nationwide lifetime warranty. Call us today for a free estimate. Solar Control, family-owned and operated for over 40 years. Solar Control, your only local authorized 3M dealer.
All right, welcome back to Bay St. Louis, Mississippi, home of the St. Stanislaus Rock-A-Chaws. Excuse me, that's hard to say sometimes. The St. Stanislaus Rock-A-Chaws hosting our St. Martin Yellow Jackets. It's still halftime where the Jackets lead 8-7. And we're talking about the Finish Line Performer of the Month. Finish Line Performance Karting is sponsoring a Performer of the Month for the Yellow Jackets. We have 5 nominees. If you haven't voted yet, you can vote on one of these St. Martin players between now and the start of the fourth quarter. And in the fourth quarter, we're going to announce the winner of that award. The nominees are Kenny Williams, middle linebacker, leading the Jackets in tackles for August. Number 25, Rico Moore, outside linebacker, second leading tackler for the Jackets. Franchise Cannon, cover corner, number 5. Number 1, tailback Ham McGee, leading rusher for the Jackets in August. And number 7, Mr. Do-It-All, Elijah, Mr. Washington. So if you haven't voted yet, chime in with your comments on the Facebook Live broadcast. Just simply write down the name of the player you're voting for. If you want more votes for that player, share the broadcast, WGUD 51, where you're on live with some bunch of friends and tell them who to vote for. So we had 1:33 left, Coach, in the halftime show. The Rock-A-Chaws are taking the field. Yellow Jackets warming up. And what do we expect in the second half?
Well, again, hopefully the the referees got together and decided we're not going to throw these little yellow flags out there as much. But again, it's about players got to go out there and make plays, and they have to take care of the small things. Again, if you see somebody running in front of you, and we've already, we've already got the step on you. We don't need to push them in the back. Let your playmakers make plays. Sometimes you just got to get in the way as opposed to throwing a block. Standing in the way, put your hands up and let your guys get downfield and make plays for you. But, we've got playmakers, and we need to allow those guys to do it. I think we've moved the ball. We've had success. But, again, you talk about the penalties, pulling it back. It feels like you haven't accomplished – when you look at the scoreboard, it feels like you haven't accomplished anything.
Because we only got 8 points sitting there, which you've had since the very first possession.
But in reality, we have moved the football. We've had some big plays. We just got to, make sure we keep our hands inside and don't get caught with our hands in the cookie jar,
All right, well, the St. Stanislaus, I'm having a hard time saying that. The Rock-A-Chaws, I'll just say that the rest of the night. The Rock-A-Chaws are set up to receive the kick in the north end zone or north side of the field. And we're still waiting on the Yellow Jackets kick team.
They're there with a little getting ready for the old trickery. We gonna come out with the onside kick, Rick? What's the odds on that? We got sports gambling now in the
I'm not seeing it, Coach. I'll take the under.
Okay.
I don't think we're allowed to bet on high school sports legally.
No. That was a joke.
All right, here we go, folks.
Jerry Wetzel back to kick. Nice, gonna put them from the 2. Here we go. Again, last time Stanislaus had a great wild chance. Pilot first got to him. Made him miss 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Yellow Jackets touch him before he goes down at the 45-yard line. Not exactly what you're looking for there. Chaz Pilot with great penetration.
Well, that was a good run for Brandon Bordelon, number 1 for the Rock-A-Chaws on the kick return. He decided they wanted to get a good starting position here to start the second half.
Man, again, you get, we've had a lot of one-arm tackles that haven't resulted in losses. But, again, great job getting penetration. Great job penetration getting through there. We're going to bring up first down and 10 for the Rock-A-Chaws.
Yellow Jackets in that 3-3 stack defense.
All right, they're going to go back to the air. 11 coming across the middle, gave us trouble early. 1, 2, 3. 3 Jackets. Jace the Juice Franklin, first time we've called his name tonight. Stanislaus down at the 40-yard line for a Rock-A-Chaw first down.
The quarterback Greer with a action play finds Payne on the slant, number 11, and gets a Rock-A-Chaw first down.
We're joined in the booth. I know you can't see her here by the Miss Long Beach herself, Val Mueller, around here. And, again, cheering on the Rock-A-Chaws and taking in the field. We'll hand off to Henry up the middle. Again, 1, 2, 3. Now he's going backwards. That's where we want to go. Again, Rico Moore first got to him.
Yellow Jacket stout on the inside run for the defense. Rock-A-Chaws going to their main man, Henry. Second down, 9 after a gain of 1. Henry motion with the shovel pass, finds running room on the left side, and he's going to take it to the house. But however, Coach, there's 2 flags back at the 40. And yet another touchdown being called back in this ball game. That should be 2 apiece now. Let's see what the penalty is. Holding against the Rock-A-Chaws. That's going to be 10 yards from the spot of the foul. Backing them up.
And nothing wrong with the Rock-A-Chaws moving backwards.
Ball set at midfield to be second down. Nice little play there, Coach. The quarterback Greer released the ball. It wasn't handed off, so if it's dropped, that's an incomplete pass, a little shovel pass action. Little wrinkle to what a lot of teams use as a jet sweep handoff.
Again, 11 over here, single coverage with Shazim. See what they got. It's going to be timeout. St. Stanislaus.
Timeout offense.
Rattled there. When you look, you come out of the break, and I know they're preaching penalty. You get a beautiful play. You get a touchdown and call back, and now the coach has to call timeout because it looks like they're moving on the line of scrimmage. Just a little confusion, but
well, the Rock-A-Chaws are playing inspired football here in the start of the second half. The penalty was huge, but that's the second touchdown called back for each team. My wires are getting hung up.
Well, we don't mind Stanislaus getting flags, Rick, but if you're a Yellow Jacket fan, we want some penalty-free football.
100%.
Need to make a T-shirt right there. Penalty-free football.
PFF. Second down and looks like 16 to me.
Twin set over here. They're going to swing pass out there to Henry, and it was backwards. Get first guy to him.
Boom, Kobe Evans with the big tackle for loss.
Again, we don't want to see one hand. We want to see two-hand wrap-ups again. And he had a tough time catching that ball. I mean, that easily could have been a fumble that the Yellow Jackets pick up and, man, gain momentum. Football is all about momentum. Is it not? Sports
and that penalty killed the momentum for the Rock-A-Chaws, but the Jacket defense in great condition now with third and very long.
PFF.
St. Martin D setting up in a deep cover 3 look.
He's going to drop back. Let's see what he goes. He's going to the near side of the field, wide open. Drop pass. He threw it before the guy turned around, put it on the money. But ultimately, the Yellow Jackets come out and hold.
Shazim Williams with the coverage there. He just dropped into a deep zone, let the receiver sit down in front of him. Greer tried to find him. The ball incomplete. There is a penalty, believe it or not.
Shocking. Oh, on us.
That's roughing the passer going to be the call against the Jackets. Wow. That's 15 yards from the spot. And I'm waiting for that next part. I'm not certain if that's an automatic first down or not. High school is a little different. So they hit the quarterback late, but it is not a first down. So the 15-yard just made it third and somewhat reasonable, 3rd and 16. So instead of 4th and forever, now it's 3rd and 16.
You would think that that's an automatic. You know what I mean? You think that's an automatic first down. Obviously, it's not. But
well, remember, high school rules are just slightly different with these penalties than NCAA. And now I'm being corrected. They did call it automatic first down. So big break for the Rock-A-Chaws. Another penalty killing the Jackets on that play. They had them 4th and about 30. And now it's a 1st and 10 Rock-A-Chaws at the Jacket 45.
All right, twin set out to the left side for the Rock-A-Chaws. Again, pistol formation. We'll give that thing to Henry coming around the left. Yellow Jackets a host. Easton win.
Boom, Easton win from the left dog position. Makes penetration, good tackle for loss. And I agree with you from the halftime show, Coach, we're playing well against the run.
Yeah.
But we're not playing well against the flag.
If you're running between the tackles against St. Martin, you're going to have a long night.
Second down 14. I want to remind all of our fans that are tuned in, it's not too late to vote for the Finish Line Performer of the Month.
All right, two tight. We got the tight end over here at 11. They're going to fake it this time. Again, penetration again. First guy to him.
Juice.
The juice.
Jace Franklin.
Was low.
Penetration from the outside linebacker position. Norday White in on the assist for the sack.
You take a penalty away, Rick. Excuse me. You take a penalty away from the Yellow Jackets, and we've done nothing but move them backwards 20, 25 yards coming out of the half. So, again, the defense is playing well. Again, one poor, overzealous young fella coming in on the quarterback. And
3rd and 17.
8:28 left in the third quarter. 8-7 St. Martin. Trips left for Stanislaus. Rolling back with the fade. Coming underneath tunnel screen at number 1. And he wanted no part of Kenny Williams coming at him.
That was Bordelon, the one who had the big kick return to start the second half. And It looks like the Jackets may, barring another huge penalty, get off the field of defense. So it's 4th down, Rock-A-Chaw punt team in.
Coach Whitehead is going to be dreaming about flags tonight. But doesn't matter how we get it done. We need to find a way to get it done. And number 7, Elijah Washington, is deep back for the Jackets at about the 15-yard line. And the Stanislaus punter's done a good job. He's probably been one of the best punters we've seen. And not afraid to punt to Elijah, but goes away from him and see if he can catch it on a bounce. And he picks it up. Elijah makes a move. Not going to go anywhere. Probably 2-3 yards we gained by him jumping on that, not letting it roll back. But he was waiting on the bounce. Never really happened. Bent down to pick it up. 8:08 left in the third quarter. 8-7 Yellow Jackets. And let's see what Coach Whitehead and Coach Wyndham have dialed up for the first possession in the second half here. But, hey, Rick, we kick off. We move them back.
Made some mistakes. Still held them. Now we got the ball to start the third, 1st and 10 at the 19.
All right, twin set here. Getting Jay McGee in the backfield. We're going to give that thing to Jay McGee. Bounce up the middle. He's running. Rick, he is running hard. And I know, we hadn't started talking about, you don't want to start talking about award winners. Ethan Anderson leading the way right up the middle.
Well, Jay's definitely had some no-quit-worthy plays tonight, but Ethan Anderson was the big body that he was following on that play.
In twin set again, Jay McGee to the right. Elijah Washington coming in motion. You're going to hand to Elijah following Jay McGee. Elijah with the cutback. 2-3 yard gain right there. Going to bring up 3rd down and long for the Yellow Jackets.
Elijah following the right guard, Devin Washington, on that play. Didn't find a lot of running room, but now it's 3rd down, 6.
We've had a lot of success in that formation this year and previous years where we'll motion him in the backfield and we'll follow Ham or Jay or that lead blocker, and they've done a great job blocking. And our receivers, obviously, we normally point that out. They've done a good job blocking downfield tonight as well. I haven't seen any missed blocks from them, but we're going to come out. We got him open. Little swing pass out there to Jay McGee, and we had Elijah down the field wide open. And I know, he's probably just looking at one receiver there, but Elijah had him beat deep, and maybe that's something Coach Wyndham can see from the booth, and they take advantage of next time to get out. But it's going to be 3 and out for the Jackets. 6:51 left in the third quarter.
Well, the Rock-A-Chaws outside linebacker, number 6, Negrado, came on the blitz. Million had the time to get the throw out.
Man, that was a
dropped.
quick snap. Beautiful punt, but St. Stanislaus is going to get another shot at it. I mean, we punted that ball before. When we snapped it before we even – Shazim was out here on the left side. He wasn't even all the way out on the field.
And we got a flag back at the 15.
Yeah. Well, that's going to be for – false start, illegal procedure, or some, one of those calls because
it's an illegal shift against the offense. That'll be a 5-yard penalty. Remain 4th down. The Jackets will have to punt again, negating yet another good football play, which that punt was.
One of his best in the season. I mean, if I'm going to, outkick this coverage right there, over the top of had 2 guys, Stanislaus had 2 guys back. Now they're sitting with 1. I don't know if that means they're going to bring a little more pressure. If I'm Stanislaus, wouldn't. They might get a penalty.
It's 22 Rhodes back for the Rock.
They touched him. He drops it. Number 19, 49. 49, I'm going to the depth chart. Tanner Mitchell, first guy to him. Great job wrapping him up.
Good coverage by the Jackets. But the Rock-A-Chaws are going to get the ball in great field position right at midfield on their own 49. Got another former Yellow Jacket football player just tuned in, Coach. It's Kyron Duron. Kyron, I'm trying to remember what class he was in. I know he got injured his senior year. It was highly disappointed.
Let me see. Pull yours up to me. Let me see. I think I might be a little. Mine might be. I'm going to be a little behind you right here for some reason, my live feed there.
That's so
give to Henry coming back left, changing directions right there. Wynn's got him in the backfield, and Another 10, 11-yard loss.
Easton Wynn playing big dog for the Jackets in that triple stack defense. And that's what the Dogs do in this defense, Coach. They play a hybrid safety and linebacker. So they'll sit back and play in deep zone coverage when they need to. But Easton got in some penetration at a great play.
Going to be timeout on the field. 6:07 left in the third quarter. Stanislaus doing nothing but moving backwards. We'll be right back after a word from our sponsor.
Many of the decisions made by Chancery judges affect our most precious assets, our families. You need the confidence knowing your judge has the knowledge and compassion to make those tough decisions. Stacey Zorn is Chancery Court trained and ready. Let Stacey Zorn put her education and experience to work for you.
Hi, I'm Stacey Zorn, and I'm running for Chancery Court Judge, Seat 3, serving Jackson, George, and Greene counties. I'm asking for your vote on November 6th.
Remember, check the Z!
Hi, Troy Ross here with the Jackson County Board of Supervisors. I want to take this opportunity to wish the St. Martin Yellow Jackets the best of luck this football season. Go Jackets!
Welcome back to St. Stanislaus. Coach Laird joining in. Good to see you watching, checking us out here. 5:59 left in the third quarter. Let's see what kind of pressure we can bring here, Rick. In three-man rush. He drops back. He's got time. He's running. Big Norday White coming, missing him. Jace Franklin.
Greer saw nobody open, even though it was only a three-man rush. The previous blitzes had him with a little happy feet. He gains a few on the quarterback scramble. Also want to shout out, Coach, to Luke Blair and Keaton Duron, both former Jacket players. It's funny, both the Duron brothers are tuned in. They both got hurt in their senior seasons. Good to see you, boys. Also, if those guys just joined us, we have 6 minutes left to vote on our Finish Line Performer of the Month. Vote on Kenny Williams, Rico Moore, Franchot Cunningham, McGee, or Elijah Washington to win the Finish Line Performer of the Month by making a comment.
They're looking for 11. That's a hold right there. See if they call it. Great catch coming back underneath. I guess they missed it. I guess the white
quarterback Greer finds Payne, the wide receiver, number 11, for a completion. Still well short of the first down, actually back to the original line of scrimmage, 4th and 10 for the Rock-A-Chaws.
Well, you say positive yards, but, I mean, they're still, they're punting. It's 4th down and 8, 9. 5:13 left in the third quarter, 8-7. Yellow Jacket defense has come out stinging them. And now it's time to make a play. Mekhi Hebert and Elijah Washington back deep for the Yellow Jackets, just in case. I mean, when you've got playmakers returning kicks, Rick, you don't always need the most, you don't always need to send the house to block a kick. Take these two guys. They can't kick it to the side of the field. They're going to either kick to one stud or the other. It looks like Mekhi is going to get an opportunity at it. Comes up, fumbles the ball, picks it up, hold on to it, young fella.
All right, Mekhi advances that return to the 20 where the Jackets take over, 1st and 10. All right, now it's time for the St. Martin offense to do something here in the third quarter, Coach. The defense showed out on 2 possessions. Let's see what the offense can dial up.
Let's be penalty free.
Got Nick Ross in at wideout on the near side with Elijah Washington in the slot.
You put Elijah in the slot here. I'm looking speed sweep right here. He's not always in the slot, but he's not. We're going to get that thing to Jay McGee right up the middle, spinning, keeping, moving, big fella, feet moving. Ethan Anderson down there, lineman down there. You like to see that. Johnny Iraquazo, Devin Washington. You like to see your lineman 5
Line got
yards.
a good push there, and Jay McGee gets enough for a Yellow Jacket first down.
And I say we don't see Elijah in the slot. I mean, he does. On tonight, though, we've seen him a lot in the backfield, as we do right now. Obviously, with Ham McGee sideline, he's taking more of the running back duties. Bad snap, Jay McGee. Million, great job coming down with it. We talked earlier. We talked at halftime off camera Ethan Anderson done an unbelievable job snapping all year. When you're in the gun every possession, you gotta tip your hat to Ethan Anderson to be on the money. A little bit high right there. Let me knock on wood because I don't want that coming back.
D lineman number 71, Benvenuti, disrupting plays for the Rock-A-Chaws. We got timeout on the field, official timeout.
Well, we've
not sure what that's about.
We got the Rock-A-Chaw faithful in front of us holding up a happy birthday to somebody, but they're blocking our vantage point. As we see happy birthday, it reminds me it's we've had a lot of basketball guys that had their birthdays this week, and yesterday Roderick Sykes, happy birthday to him. Today, happy birthday to Ed Simpson. The fake going down the seam, incomplete ball. That ball didn't look like it had a chance.
It looked like it got tipped.
Stanislaus coaches again,
wide open.
5-7 yards on the field there, and.
So in the event, that was an incomplete pass off the play action from Million Graham.
Yeah, I don't know if that got deflected right there at the line of scrimmage. But
we had Micaiah Hebert open, and it looked like it got tipped because the ball went offline.
And we talked about it earlier. Again, it's handoff. You can fake that and hit a seam route going right up the middle. We got Elijah Washington crossing route coming across. Too much heat on it. Million, way too much pepper.
Good play call by the Jackets.
Great
Elijah coming through on the drag route, which if he could have got a little touch on that pass, he would have squeezed it, had plenty of running room, but it's 4th down Jackets. We're punting.
In 8-7, St. Martin, 3:30 left in the third quarter, and both defenses coming out strong in the second half. Wetzel with a liner right here. Let's see if we can get to it. Once again, number 49,
doing
Tanner
well on
Mitchell.
special teams.
I don't know if Coach Whitehead gives out a special team award.
He does. He puts that on Max Preps, Coach, every week. If you new to fans of high school football, you can get all the information you need on St. Martin Yellow Jacket football and all our sports, including Coach Pavlis's basketball, by going to the Max Preps app or maxpreps.com and look up St. Martin. And all of the stats our coaching staff keeps updated every week, and the coaches pick out offense, defense, overall, and special teams players of the game.
Well, here we go, 3:19. We're putting pressure on the defense, and they're keeping us in the ball game. Looked like a false start, maybe a hold right there, but he's running strong. Boy, you're going to see 70, 80-yard run come back. As Kobe Evans is sitting flat on the ground there, quarterback, great show of sportsmanship.
Henry had a burst of speed there, but the flag was early.
He hit the turbo button.
And I'm not sure what the call was. The flag was early. Generally, if it's a false start, they go ahead and blow the whistle.
Stanislaus, again, as well as us, but you got the home crowd sitting here. They gotta be.
Well, all night long. I mean, both sidelines of bleachers are very aggravated. The fans are, because they've seen big plays from both teams come back from the penalty.
It's the first time all year. I mean, we're spinning a.
So it's that was a 5-yard penalty. It was a false start against the offense. I'm just confused why they didn't blow the whistle. That's confusing.
Well, we're not out there. I'm not. I'm assuming they can hear it, but it was the running back started coming early. Henry, look at him leaning forward there a little bit. They're gonna fake it right here. Jace Franklin in the backfield. Ball's gonna bounce. Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness!
They're calling that a catch from Greer, pass complete to number.
There, I'm not. I'm assuming they can hear it, but it was the running back started coming early. Henry, look at him leaning forward there a little bit. They're going to fake it right here. Jace Franklin in the backfield. Ball's going to bounce. Oh, my goodness.
Minutes for the voting on the finish line performer of the month of August.
All right, going to fake it again. Come across. There we go. Kenny Williams with the pick. This is whoa. Kenny's not the fastest fella out there. Let's see if he can take it to the house. A linebacker's dream, a pick six.
And no penalties on the play. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets. Kenny Williams with the pick six, Coach. That's
Hey.
a high-five moment of the day.
Kenny said, you know what? They're over there looking for finish line player of the month. I might as well go ahead and make a play and see if I can't get a few more votes. I tell you what, that's a big-time play right there. Playmakers making plays. Kenny Williams, great hands. Look, he ain't going to beat franchise candidate in no foot race, but he was good.
He beat the Rock-A-Chaws on that one for the pick six.
Great job, Kenny. Wetzel with the kick. Chaz with the hold. Nick Ross with the snap. Beautiful kick. 15-7 St. Martin. 2:21 left in the third quarter. Charlie Pavlis.
Rick Crawford, live from Bay St. Louis.
Be right back after a word from our sponsor.
Hi, I'm Jennifer Sequel Harris. I'm a candidate for County Court Place 1 Youth Court in Jackson County. I've been a resident of Jackson County since 1995 and have practiced law here since 2001. I have served as a guardian ad litem for abused and neglected children in both youth court and chancery court. I have also served as a privately retained attorney, a juvenile defender, and an indigent parent attorney in Hancock, Harrison, and Jackson counties. With my knowledge and experience, I believe that I am qualified to serve the families of Jackson County, bringing new ideas to assist our families in crisis in a fair and impartial manner. Please vote November the 6th for me as your next youth court judge.
So just to show that the ball
That's just, you have to practice with the mixing software, huh?
Welcome back to St. Stanislaus. 2:21 on the clock, third quarter. 15-7. St. Martin. Wetzel with the kick. That one looks like it's got a chance. First touchback of the night. Wetzel now. Again, it's not automatic. He's not putting it in there every single time, but doing a good job of getting those touchbacks, and first one of the night.
Well, it's a huge play in high school football, Coach, because once the ball's into the end zone, it's an automatic touchback, and so that puts the Rock-A-Chaws 1st and 10 at the 20, giving them a long field. So, fans, we got 2 minutes, 19 seconds left to vote by making a comment on the Yellow Jacket Finish Line Performer of the Month. The nominees are Kenny Williams, Rico Moore, Franchot Cannon, Ham McGee, and Elijah Washington, based on their performance for the month of August.
Trips right here for Stanislaus. Motion man, 4 guys over here. Gonna throw that swing pass out with blockers and incomplete pass.
Easton Wynn was ready to drop the hammer on that, and I think number 1 Bordelon saw him coming. So incomplete, 2nd down 10, Rock-A-Chaws.
Again, 15-7 St. Martin. All right, 2nd down and 10 for the Rock-A-Chaws. Is still in the pistol. New quarterback coming in, right-handed quarterback. Opportunity for 2 picks. D. Ingram went for the man instead of the ball right there.
Well, again, they're running that play action, slant action to number 11, Payne. That new quarterback in for the Rock-A-Chaws is number 4, Max Favre. A name very familiar here in Bay St. Louis, in Hancock County.
I saw Favre down there earlier.
You know, Dylan, who was Brett Favre's nephew, played here a few years back.
Let's see what he's got. Again, he's a righty, not as big as the previous, but he's dropping back. Jace Williams coming in and gets blown up by the blocker. Jace runs smack into the blocker and lost a little balance, and the running back put him on his butt right there. Rico Moore, Jace, and the backer kind of.
Yeah, Rico Moore coming on the blitz from the outside linebacker position, got backside pursuit, moved Max Favre, the junior, out of the pocket, unable to complete the pass. 4th down, Rock-A-Chaws.
2:01 left in the third quarter. Micaiah Hebert, Elijah Washington back. And I noticed Elijah slid to the side where they've been punting it there. In case unless they're kicking it to the Stanislaus
Well, the other thing
sideline.
that's good, when you bring 2 returners back, they can block for each other.
Snap is good. Kick high. Probably one we need to stay away from there. Austin Wynn, two or 3 inches from the ball. Again, we get an opportunity to Easton win. I think I've been calling him Austin all night.
Easton's having a good game tonight. He's a no-quit nominee, award winner for sure. Not award, but a nominee. We also got other nominees for no quit tonight, and still got the fourth quarter coming
Jay
up.
McGee's been running hard. Maybe opportunity to get his tonight. First time. Nick Ross down here
by himself
on the near side. When a jumbo, looks like a jumbo package there, going to snap that thing. Million hadn't really got loose tonight. They're going to call him down. Stanislaus head coach is not going to like it.
Down by contact. Jackets playing a tight end, unusual set, and an H-back. It's a little power look.
That's that goal line look
so we
right
went
there.
with the direct run for Million there. Million checking out.
Well, Million's checking out. Then I'm assuming we're going to direct snap to either Jay McGee or we're going to direct snap to Elijah Washington. And if we're doing that, it's 100% pass.
So
100% run.
Washington in at quarterback and with Jay McGee beside him.
Coach Whitehead said, Elijah, no, they're going to snap it to Jay McGee here. Jay McGee's going to follow behind Elijah. Elijah with a little, I'm not going to call it out a block, but Jay McGee's still running. Elijah gave him a little elbow as he ran by him.
Gained about 4 on the play. Third down and 8. Jackets satisfied with this 8-point lead, letting the clock run a little bit, trying to get the running game going.
40 seconds left in the third quarter. 3rd down and 9. 15-7 St. Martin. See if we can't get a drive going here. We can hold on to the football for a little bit. Hard snap there. Hard count. I keep saying hard snap. Hard count right there. Again, Jay McGee's going to switch sides. Twin set. Jay McGee on the right. Going to fake it to Jay McGee. Ball didn't look good coming out of him.
Well, that was a play-action bubble screen, what the play call was, but number 58 for the Rock-A-Chaws, Connor Moran, the defensive end, got a big paw on it and knocked the ball down, bringing up a 4th down for the Jackets.
Mark Yellow Jacket Fountain has joined us.
15 seconds remaining in the 4th. Last chance to vote for those finish line performer of the month.
Low snap, great punt. Oh, Henry with the drop, bobbles it at about the 5. Again, Tanner Mitchell first got to him, but this time Brent Chandler comes up with the tackle.
Henry with the return after a little muffed handling of the ball ends up with about 10 yards on the return. Number 50 for the Jackets on the tackle there.
It's at 50. Lee Michael Mayfield.
The senior, and that's the end of the third quarter.
Into the third quarter, 15-7 St. Martin, WGUD. Be right back after a word from our sponsor.
Mark Maples is the experienced candidate to serve as Chancery Judge for Jackson, George, and Greene County. Vote Maples on Tuesday, November 6th. Mark would like to wish the Yellow Jackets the best of luck this football season. Paid for by the committee to elect Mark Maples.
Save Right Pharmacy is your friendly neighborhood pharmacy that has proudly been serving the St. Martin community since 2001. Stop and Save Right and receive personal attention from an educated and friendly staff. Save Right isn't just a pharmacy. They have gifts, healthcare items, cards, and much more. They also have bill pay, money orders, and a free blood pressure machine. Save Right's convenient drive-thru makes getting your prescriptions easy. And don't forget, you can drop off prescriptions before or after hours. So for all your pharmaceutical needs and more, remember, save time, save money, save right.
At ProduCare, we understand that peace of mind is everything. We give families the opportunity to remain safe and independent in their own homes while receiving the elder care they need. We're available for you and your family 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Hi, I'm Jamie Wynn with Prada Home Care. We are pleased to provide our services to individuals along the Gulf Coast and surrounding communities. Give us a call today.
Prada Home Care. Call today for a free consultation. 228-355-9971.
Mark Maples is the experienced.
Welcome back to St. Stanislaus. 11:53 left in the fourth quarter. You missed one play. Might be glad you missed it. Franchot Cannon looked like the pass was thrown to him. And I don't know if he was thinking about
Max
it.
Favre, the quarterback, tried to throw the deep ball, and it was right in Franchise's hands. It went right through.
I mean,
but it's 15-7, fourth quarter, 11:53.
That looked like the play was designed for Franchise. Sometimes you're too open there, Rick. Don't give that thing this time to Henry, and we are there. It is a great sight to look out there and see us be able to dominate the other team's running game, because we're going to need it. When you're talking about region play, the Gulfports, the D'Ibervilles, they run the football.
Norday White with the big stop there from the defensive tackle nose guard position. Norday playing well tonight with discipline. 3rd down and 9. I'd like to give a shout out, Coach, to Mark Stingham, Yellow Jacket Fountain. Mark, longtime Yellow Jacket supporter. We love seeing him at home games. Glad he's tuning in tonight.
They're going to hit 11 out here in the flat. They're going to throw it. We got a chance. Tell you what, they've run that pattern where they've sent 11 in motion, cleared everybody out, and he's been open here on the flat.
Yeah, and then he runs a little wheel down the sideline. Favre had him wide open, just kind of overthrew him. The receiver has been playing very well tonight, number 11, Payne. 4th down, Rock-A-Chaws. Elijah Washington and Micaiah Abear back deep for the Jackets.
Favre standing at 5'10", not the biggest guy, back there throwing that football. So, some of these balls have, he's throwing a little high. See what they got here. See if we can get a nope. Ball's going to go out of bounds at the 47-yard line. 10:56 left in the fourth quarter.
Excellent field position for the Jackets here. 1st and 10, their own 46. Chaz Pilot got pressure on the punter. It affected the punt. He kicked it straight up in the air.
I think we've had good field position. We have to capitalize. Offense has got to come through here. Defense is holding their own. Kenny Williams with a touchdown. Offense got to come up with a. And I don't say a big play. We don't need a big play right here. We just need to grind the football, hold on to it.
I expect the running game to be working.
Elijah Washington back here. He'll hand that thing to Elijah. He bounces right. He want to go there and takes a seat right there. Brandon Cunningham out here blocking on the sideline.
Give credit to the linebacker for the Rock-A-Chaws, number 84, Williams, Thomas Williams on the stop. 2nd down, 11.
Stanislaus coaches is wanting a penalty for Brandon blocking.
The 6'5", 300-pounder Mississippi State commit needs to be pancaking people on this drive.
2nd down and 11. Gonna give that thing to Elijah. He's got room. Well, I said it earlier. We hadn't had to say it. Marquez 1 block away right there from taking it to the house. Again, his guy got by him. Marquez got to, again, get in the way, push him.
But let's give props to number 13, Micaiah Abear, which sealing the inside backer, which gave a running lane. Great block by the slot receiver.
The clock is ticking in the Yellow Jackets' favor. 9:54 left in the fourth quarter.
Jackets
3rd down and about 4.
15-7.
And I'm looking for the hard count right here. Let's see if we can get it. Nope. Don't get that thing to Jay McGee up the middle. I like giving it to Jay McGee. 1-5. Hey, look, we're early in the fourth.
Jay dropping the hammer on the broken tackle at the line of scrimmage, not being denied, and that's another Yellow Jacket.
1st down. Look, you start getting to this time of the ball game, we start talking about no-quit award winners. I'm leaning towards, I know Kenny had a great play, but Jay McGee, getting the start tonight. Big brother on the sideline over there watching. Jay McGee is running inspired. We're going to keep feeding him right there, Rick. Give it to him again. Everything he's doing is moving forward. He's not falling backwards another 4 or 5 yards.
And that's what you want from your fourth quarterbacks. Jay put on that extra weight this summer. It's all muscle. He's up to 205, maybe 210, and he's dropping a hammer between the tackles, and the big guys up front are getting the push. Gain of 4, 2nd down 6. Got official timeout.
Got here 8:52 left in the fourth quarter. We'll stay right here with you. injured Rock-A-Chaw on the play.
That's 84, Williams.
All right, twin set again. Jay McGee here on the right. If you're dialing up a little play action, this will be perfect. Million's going to keep it this time, bouncing. Great pull. Great pull from Million. 3 or 4 guys keyed in on Jay McGee.
Coach, that's called an inverted veer option play. So your back is looking as an outside run, and your quarterback's reading inside. If the hole's there, he's going to pull the ball and keep it himself. And Million had an excellent read on that play.
Lost connection. All right. Hold on to it.
It's ground. Ground can't cause that fumble.
No, he
Come
hit
on
it.
now. You guys got to be awake.
He lost it in the air. He had the ball over here and it got hit.
What happened to our cast? We'll just keep talking like we're here, I guess.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Jackets, we're driving, we fumble.
Yeah, y'all just gonna have to give a recap. I might have to just come on a new broadcast. I'm not sure what's going on there.
Nice. That's well, you know, again, you turn the football over and we come back and give them a loss. Somebody's upset on the.
All right, so what's the plan? New cast or?
Ten didn't like that tackle. He's not happy on the little confusion there for the.
All right, we're back live. It says here.
Are we?
Somebody give me a comment if we're back live. It's 7:10 remaining in the fourth quarter. Rock-A-Chaws got the football. We're having technical difficulties. Someone give me a comment. Timeout on the field. We're going to keep calling this as if they're live, and now it's showing that it's interrupted again.
You realize you up the middle. We're gonna get it again there, Rick.
Good run.
They're starting to. That defense is starting.
I'm recording it right now. I mean, that's the only thing I can think about doing.
Did we lose our?
Yeah, we don't have.
We lost our cellular feed.
Yeah, well, this thing's out of data, I guess. Tim said give us 2 minutes and he's gonna try to get it going. We just loaded it up with data too, so.
All right. Year one, man. There's going to be a few bumps in the road. Heat timeout. Man. But the throwing the helmet. I mean, not that it's okay for Brandon or any of those guys, but I mean, throwing the helmet. That stuff just eats at me. You know?
Okay, he just paid it. I gotta reboot it now, so we'll see. Close project.
Fair penalty here or there. We actually did have a touchdown that was called back. We had a unnecessary block in the back, but the bottom line, it's still Yellow Jacket football. Million drops back, gonna take the looking for the route to Marquez Gillespie. Again, 4:24 left in the fourth quarter, 15-7. St. Martin can bring up fourth down. You missed a little bit. Again, we do apologize for the technical difficulty. someone underneath, we can't control the cords underneath the booth, and somebody must have knocked something out, and then we had to reset from scratch. So we do apologize.
So, yeah, the fans missed some action. I tried to make comments on the old feed. It's just technical difficulty. But Jacket football, 4th and 5 are going for it. 4:24 in the 4th, Coach.
Well, I'm looking for a hard count first. Nope. We're going to throw that tunnel screen to Nick Ross, the play that he scored on earlier. And he's not going to score, but it looks like he is going to pick up. Hold on. Let's see.
Look for yellow flags. White cap points for a Yellow Jacket.
First down.
We needed that first down.
Are we measuring or?
White cap called it.
Yes,
he's calling it again.
Yes, sir.
All right, so let's set the stage since we got this going again. It's 4:12. Jackets lead 15-7. Clock's counting. We got a first down. The ball spotted at the 33. We're in good shape.
4 minutes and ticking. 15-7 St. Martin. Stanislaus can't score if they don't have the ball. Again, down. It's going to take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion for them the way it stands now. But we have the ball. We'll get that thing to Elijah Washington, bouncing up the middle. Just hard, tough nose running between the tackles for the Yellow Jackets. Following behind left tackle Johnny
Irquezo and Easton Whitehead in at left guard with a nice block.
Big East, the biggest man on the field down there again.
Second down 6, 4 yards and cloud of dust.
In Easton Whitehead, we have our depth chart this week for the first time, and when you look, Easton Whitehead, Kane Wilson, Tarek Bryan are the 3 guys that really fill in any of the holes when somebody needs a break. It's a great job blocking Easton. Again, Elijah with another spin, making plays by himself.
That was all Elijah there, Coach.
And we've gotten in trouble a little bit tonight when the guys have made those type of plays. That's kind of where some of these blocks have come. Maybe people thought we were down, and all of a sudden he bursts through there, and somebody tries to.
84 Williams with the tackle finally, but Big 71's been a handful for the Rock-A-Chaws. That's Hogan Benvenuti.
There you go.
And he's been in the Jacket backfield several times tonight. But the good news is 3rd down and 3, and there's 2:33 left and ticking.
All right, let's go hard count here. Trips right for the Yellow Jackets. Nick Ross on the left. Nope. Don't get that thing to Jay McGee right up the middle. Jay McGee keeps moving. I'm going to go ahead and say it, Rick. I know we normally do that.
I'm looking for penalties.
Yeah.
And there is none. The white cap says a
Yellow Jacket.
First down.
2:11.
Jay McGee behind Devin Washington on that play, running straight ahead.
2:09 left in the 4th quarter. 15-7 St. Martin. Again, time maybe not showing up on the screen there. But again, 2 minutes left in the game.
And counting down.
First down, no hurry. Play clock's down to 6. Burning a little clock. Hand that thing to number 15 right there. Nothing pretty. Hand it to him.
Boom! Jay dropping the hammer right there. Gets the extra 2 yards. Straight ahead run.
Stanislaus, defensive player, picks up his helmet after Jay lowered the boom.
That's 84. The linebacker, Williams, he's made several tackles tonight. 2nd down and 4, 6-yard run by Jay McGee.
1:24 left in the 4th quarter.
The clock's still ticking.
Twin set here. Again, nothing fancy. Walk up there, run the play clock down to 3 or 4, snap it, hand that thing to 15 and let him bulldozer, and he's still moving. Now, if you are, unless it's a designated give right here, perfect time. Million's done a great job of giving, and he's in his mesh. He's holding it. He's holding the ball in there. Perfect time to pull it.
First and goal, Coach. Ethan Anderson paving the way.
We got a Rock-A-Chaw fan standing right up in front of us, but now would be a great time to pull it. As long as he holds on to the football. But again, Coach Whitehead might have told him after that fumble.
No, I don't think they're going to be playing option ball here. They're just going to make a decision, give it, and run hard. 43 seconds.
Elijah on the right side. Again, go get that thing to Elijah. Elijah bounces left. St. Martin.
Touchdown, Jackets. Yes, no penalty. Good closing drive. Just run it, run it, run it. The big hog mollies for the Jackets getting the job done. McGee and Washington. Going to be a good closing drive of the ball game. 30 seconds remains in the fourth quarter.
Closing out football games is huge. You know, we had the ball last week down, moving down the field. The kick is up. It's good. But, you know, we weren't able to close the deal there. I know we had the lead here, but, you know, you got to finish games. And last week we didn't. We didn't finish that drive. We came up a little short, and Yellow Jackets marched it down. And time of possession, and I don't have it. I know we had some difficulties, but, you know, there's 12 minutes in a quarter. I'm going to say we
had the ball most of the fourth quarter.
Probably.
We did miss a fumble when we'd lost our feet on the other one. And then Stanislaus went 3 and out. We got the ball back again. So we held the ball most of the fourth quarter and got 7 more points out of it. Jackets lead 22-7, Coach, 30 seconds left.
And probably about 9 minutes of ball control there. But the Yellow Jackets, 22-7, barring a miracle, you know, they're going to move to 3-1 on the season. Again, got to take care of the kick, got to take care of the tackle here. But solid performance. We talked about the last 4 or 5 times we've played them. It's been a one-possession game, and it was until we put that last drive together.
Absolutely.
Made it a 2-score game, but let's see if Wetzel can put it in the end zone. Looks like it's going to be a little short. Back up to about the 2-yard line.
It's Henry on the return.
That's blocking the back. They didn't call. He's cutting back across field. Fumble on the play. 18, Tyreek Hendy. I know Mama's watching. Mama's happy. Tyreek Hendy jumps on the loose ball.
We do have a flag on the play, Coach.
Shocking.
And Miss Joni, Tyreek's mom, was logged in here earlier. Shocker, penalty.
If I was a betting man, I'd say we'll probably have a flag.
They're going to call that Rock-A-Chaw player down by contact.
All right.
The penalty's backing the Rock-A-Chaws up.
But got the block in the back.
So it's either the block in the back or a hold. So it's Rock-A-Chaw football, 1st and 10 at their own 10 with 16 seconds remaining in the ball game.
All right, here we go. Again, they made I'm not sure if the previous quarterback got hurt. They got him sitting underneath. Route here, chance at a pick 6 for Rico Moore. Rico decided he's just going to knock it down. Rico Moore and Kevin Ferguson on the play. Ooh, that'd be nice to pick 6 right there to walk in the end zone.
Well, I think if one or the other would have been there by themselves, they probably would have had it. They both kind of went for the ball there. And that's going to be our final play of the ball game, Coach.
Well, it's going to be 22-7, St. Martin, 3-1 on the season. Charlie Pavlis, Rick Crawford going to be right back after a word from our sponsor.
Are you planning on building a new home? Or does your home need remodeling or repairs? No matter the size of the project, Hires Construction has the capability to build high-quality properties from start to finish, while controlling the cost, quality, and timing. So for your next project, choose Hires Construction. Higher quality, higher standards. Hires Construction, family owned and operated since 2010.
For all your construction needs, give us a call at Hires Construction.
If you're thinking about selling your house or buying a new home, please give me a call. The highest compliment I can receive is a referral from a satisfied customer.
Melanie Adams would like to wish the St. Martin Yellow Jackets the best of luck this football season. Go Jackets!
It's another hot summer, but don't sweat it. We have the solution, only available at Solar Control. We have the highest heat-reducing window film on the market. Introducing 3M Crystalline, which will reject 97% of the infrared heat, keeping you and your family cool and comfortable year-round. Crystalline blocks 99.9% of damaging UV rays. It also comes with a 3M nationwide lifetime warranty. Call us today for a free estimate. Solar Control, family-owned and operated for over 40 years. Solar Control, your only local authorized 3M dealer.
Hi, I'm Jennifer Sequel Harris. I'm a candidate for County Court Place 1 Youth Court in Jackson County. I've been a resident of Jackson County since 1995 and have practiced law here since 2001. I have served as a guardian ad litem for abused and neglected children in both youth court and chancery court. I have also served as a privately retained attorney, a juvenile defender, and an indigent parent attorney in Hancock, Harrison, and Jackson counties. With my knowledge and experience, I believe that I am qualified to serve the families of Jackson County, bringing new ideas to assist our families in crisis in a fair and impartial manner. Please vote November the 6th for me as your next youth court judge.
Welcome back to St. Stanislaus. Charlie Pavlis.
And I'm Rick Crawford.
I tell you what, Rick, 22-7, St. Martin pulls out the victory, goes to 3-1 on the season, heading into the bye week. Thoughts on the game?
Penalties. The officials win. Yeah. Oh my gosh, it was amazing penalty fest for both clubs. But we'll make some making light of it, but let's make it serious. In spite of all of that adversity, in spite of the disappointment of 3 Yellow Jacket touchdowns being called back, 2 St. Stanislaus touchdowns being called back, penalties all over the place, the Jackets showed a lot of poise and confidence at crunch time and put the Rock-A-Chaws away.
Well, when we needed a drive, and you look up there, it's a 2-score game, and score is not always indicative of how close things are, but you know, we're up 8, we dominate the second half defensively, number one. And in the fourth quarter, time of possession, again, I don't have it exact, but I'm willing to bet 9+ minutes.
Yeah, easily.
We controlled the ball, and when the game's on the line, we march, you know,
about 60 yards down the field.
60 yards, taking our time, throwing the play clock all the way down to 4 or 5 seconds, taking the snap, and just feeding Jay McGee and Elijah Washington right up the middle. We did have a fumble, you know, off air right there.
Right, during that technical difficulty. Thanks to the fans for sticking with us through that.
Milian, again, lead play, snap to the quarterback, running left, and kind of had a fumble. But the first play for Stanislaus, they went back 5 or 6 yards. So I'm willing to bet the most negative plays we've had tonight, and on a good thing, defensively, negative plays for St. Stanislaus. We probably had 15 probably tackles for losses.
They were going backwards, especially in the second half. The Rock-A-Chaws just couldn't get anything going offensively.
Changed quarterbacks, not sure if that was an injury issue or what, but they went to Favre. They had Pat Greer, 6'1", who was throwing some pretty good balls in there, the left-handed kid.
Until he got the pressure on him, and he got happy feet and he lost his accuracy.
So I'm not sure if he was injured, but then they brought in Max Favre, 5'10", a little bit smaller, and most of his balls sailed high on him.
And he had some receivers open. He just couldn't hit them.
But, look, you Coach Whitehead, you're down there talking to the troops. Tell me what you're talking coming off a 22-7 victory.
I'm going to tell them, hey, we come out of here with a W. We're 3-1 in the non-region season.
3-0 on the road.
3-0 on the road. We got next week off far as gameplay, but we got 2 weeks to heal up from some of the players are banged up, and then we got 2 weeks to get ready for Region 4 6A play in the Gulfport Admirals in 2 weeks from now, which we haven't beaten in the Whitehead era.
Well, 2 weeks. Again, everybody's praying for Ham to have a healthy recovery. Hopefully we can have him. If we don't, my no-quit award winner tonight is the guy we're going to talk about, Jay McGee, Ham's younger brother, number 15. Unbelievable running, and just taking a look at the last drive, just feeding straight up. He's running people over and knocking helmets off.
If we're going to call Ham, and their families all got nicknames.
Yeah.
And I'm not certain what Jay's family nickname is, but tonight he was the Hammer.
The Hammer.
He was breaking tackles. He was willing himself extra yardage. He ran between the tackles with authority when there was no flags. And he had one really nice long run that was called back on a block in the back. But for sure, Jay McGee is one of our no-quit award winners tonight. And I'm going to throw out my no-quit award winner on the other side of the ball is a transfer in from Germantown, Mississippi, and that's number 30 playing the dog position, Easton Wynn. Easton was all over the place tonight. He got back in coverage when the prevent defense was on in the 3rd and 2nd and longs, but then he also blitzed the quarterback, got pressure, had a couple nice open field tackles. So our second no-quit award winner tonight will go to Easton Wynn.
Yeah, both of them first-time award winners, and I know we had our our special award, our monthly award right here. So
and this is new for Jacket Football. We thank Finish Line Performance Karting for coming through with this sponsorship. The Finish Line Performance Karting in Biloxi has come through with the Finish Line Performer of the Month, and we thank for all the folks who voted tonight on this contest for the month of August. Middle linebacker number 44, Kenny Williams, the Finish Line Performer of the Month.
And not only, is he Finish Line Performer of the Month, he got a great head start at Finish Line Performer of the Month for September with that pick 6. Again, we said it. He's not gonna outrun anybody for too long, but he outran one or two guys, got in the end zone. And look, you're talking about Kenny leading us in tackles.
All over the field.
Pick 6,
Getting a pick 6. Kenny is an excellent middle linebacker. He's one of the best in Region 4 6A for sure.
Definitely. Might even have to put a package in there, and we get in that jumbo package, let him lead block and put his shoulders down and move somebody out of the way. But look, 3-0 on the road. Again, I've been coaching a while. Year 17 for me, coaching and things you talk about is winning games on the road. Doesn't matter who you play, where you at, what the conditions. If you can find a way to go on the road and win, you have nothing but confidence coming back. We've played one home game, obviously we lost, but probably to the most explosive team we're going to play all year, and we held them to 17. So without a doubt, if there's questions, and we see people, look, we want to be positive on the broadcast.
Absolutely.
We want to be positive, and we're not telling people they can't say this or that. But remember, we're talking about 15, 16-year-old kids.
Right.
We were all there, and we didn't have the world watching us live and pointing all of our flaws out. So, man, we appreciate everybody's comments and viewing in, but we appreciate the hard work that those young men are providing out there, and we want to have positivity coming out there. But without a doubt, and people were talking about it on there, the quarterback position, we got to improve over the next 2 weeks. I say quarterback position, making plays down the field in the passing game. So, again, coming to you live from Bay St. Louis, Charlie Pavlis.
And I'm Rick Crawford.
We'll see you back in 2 weeks. Join us next week for Coach's Corner.
Got to pack the house. 2 weeks. Gulfport Admirals, Region 4 6A plea. Go Jackets.
See you next 2 weeks. See you in 2 weeks.